is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Welcome to Cameron University, Lawton, Oklahoma, here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Good evening. Dave Myrick along with Reeves Mitchell back for another exciting night of Lawton Ike football as the Eagles look to get their first win of 2025. Not going to be an easy task, Reeves, as they've got a very stout Stillwater Pioneer team rolling in tonight.
Yep, the schedule just continues to get, I wouldn't say harder and harder, but there's definitely stiff competition each and every week littered across this schedule, and Lawton Eisenhower is going to have to play a lot better than they have in previous weeks to try to stay in this ball game tonight. But the good news, coming off a bye, a week where, you're able to kind of practice the fundamentals, practice your offense and defense, and get back in a good groove that you kind of felt like you were in during the summer. That could lead to a much better performance here tonight against the Pioneers, but definitely a tough team rolling into Cameron Stadium here tonight.
Yeah, Stillwater took their first L of the season a week ago at the hands of the defending 5A state champs, the Carl Albert Titans. Up in Midwest City, Reeves, we know we've called a lot of Carl Albert games. There is no shame going down to the Titans, especially on the road.
No, and the last game we got to see Lawton Eisenhower on the field was in Midwest City at Carl Albert. Thought they played a pretty good game in that one. It's just, the inevitable Titans came out on top and eventually pulled away in that one. But really good defense in that first quarter, trying to keep the team in the game. Offense really never found their footing, however, and that led to the demise of the Eagles in that one. But, yeah, both these teams' last two losses coming at the hands of the Carl Albert Titans, which is nothing to laugh about because Carl Albert, just quite frankly, has not lost a ton of football games here over the last 10 years or so.
Yeah, not only have they not lost, it's just not really competitive. So Stillwater, at least last week, kept up with the Titans. Game came down to the fourth quarter, and then Carl Albert did what they do. As Reeves mentioned the last time the Eagles took the field, they dropped a heartbreaker on the road at Carl Albert, 58-0. They have scored one touchdown this season, been outscored, I think, by the math, 142-6. Eric Knighton's lone touchdown for 6 points stands alone for the only points this season, Reeves. They need a lot more from number 2 and the quarterback, Amir Giles.
Yeah, and kind of a crazy play to end the last one against Carl Albert where we thought they scored in the back corner of the end zone. The ref steps in and calls it incomplete, which we didn't agree with, but didn't really matter at that point as the score was already out of reach. So, a lot of bad performances to start this year, but the silver lining in that is hopefully the only direction you can go is up from there because it has been, pretty laughably bad thus far. But, just trying to stack wins and get on the board to start this season.
Well, speaking with head coach Barrett Matthews this week, it seems like the team has grown quite a bit, used the bye week to their benefit, worked on the technique side of things, Reeves. You got to get the fundamentals right, like being able to snap the ball without a penalty, completing a forward pass, and not fumbling it when you run it. And I think a bye week came at a good time to practice. Just get back to the basics.
Yeah, and the style of offense they're trying to implement this year, it's one that can really give defenses a lot of worries when you're running this high-tempo spread attack and trying to spread the ball out. But the only problem with that is the pre-snap penalties this season have really come at a poor time for Lawton Eisenhower all year. And, if you're trying to run the tempo game, consistently, you really need to make sure you're lined up. You need to make sure that everybody's ready to go each and every play, because quite simply, if you're not lined up, then, you're going to get flagged, and that has really hurt the Eagles so far this year. So, and speaking to Coach Barrett Matthews over the bye, it seems like they've been trying to figure this out and trying to just get the fundamentals right, like you're saying, and that can keep you in ball games if you're the more fundamentally sound team. So if I'm Lawton Eisenhower, I'm really focusing on that tonight, just trying to do the simple things right.
Lots to clean up if you're Lawton Ike. It has not just been offense and defense, special teams, getting punts away without getting blocked. Also been a big problem, so a lot to clean up and work on in the bye week, and hopefully it pays some dividends here. Again, Stillwater very good, very fast, physical team. Their running back won the state championship in wrestling a season ago, so a tough guy to get to the ground. But we'll continue to talk more about that here live from Cameron University. It's Lawton Ike football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Check out the new Westside Ace Hardware and Carpet One. Our huge showroom is filled with the latest in home flooring and stocked with all your project needs. Come in today and see what you've been missing. The new Westside Ace Hardware and Carpet One, directly behind Wayne's Drive-In on Cash Road. Experience the new Westside Carpet One. Our showroom is filled with the latest floor covering and interior design trends, and our experienced staff will make your satisfaction a priority. The all-new Westside Carpet One, behind Wayne's Drive-In on Cash Road.
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, PayMe Checking puts real money right into your account when you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. PayMe Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
The best chapter of your life, one with rheumatology care from a provider who focuses on your well-being and getting you back to what matters most. Dr. Shahzad is dedicated to building long-lasting relationships based on trust and medical integrity with every single patient. Schedule your telemedicine appointment today. Don't let rheumatoid arthritis or other inflammatory conditions stop you from enjoying life. MMG, the power of many for the benefit of one.
Power Services, the power of quality and comfort, servicing all of Southwest Oklahoma and the surrounding area for the past 40 years. Offering the best service for heating and air for both residential and commercial, geothermal systems, electrical services, and generators are their specialty. Give them a call for all of your heating, air, and electrical needs. Experience the power of quality and comfort with Power Services of Southwest Oklahoma. Give them a call today at 580-875-3645. That's 580-875-3645.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere, offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com. or call 800-433-7300.
Welcome back to Cameron University, Lawton, Oklahoma. Good evening, everybody. Dave Myrick along with Reeves Mitchell here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Lawton Ike football as we take a peek ahead into the future. The schedule presented by the Orchard Group, Morgan Stanley. Of course, tonight we've got the Stillwater Pioneers. October 3rd, Southmore. October 9th, Putnam City. October 16th, Piedmont. On the 24th of October, they got New Classen. Choctaw on Halloween night, and November 6th, they finish up with Bethany. Again, that's brought to you by the Orchard Group, Morgan Stanley. Swing by and see them. They do a great job here in Lawton, Oklahoma. Well, as Reeves mentioned before the first break, the schedule's not easy. You don't expect it to be in 6A2. It just catches Lawton Ike at a perfect storm of a new coach, a bunch of new faces, a new quarterback, and a lot of new skill guys. Reeves, tough duty.
Yeah, it's really hard to implement what you're trying to do in a year one setting when you've lost a ton of players from the year before and you're a new coach coming in. So, you know, it's a tough task for Coach Barrett Matthews this season, but this team is really looking to finish the year strong and, you know, start to gain some momentum because, honestly, there's not been a lot of momentum thus far in the season, but always a good time to start, especially at home and at Cameron Stadium where we've already lost twice, but looking to do better here tonight.
Well, as you mentioned on the break, as we were conversing up here in the booth, Stillwater, across the way, their fans, I think I can count them on one hand right now. They've not really made the trip down from Payne County to watch their team tonight. There's a lot of factors to that. It's about a 2.5-hour drive from Lawton to Stillwater. On top of that, just to call it like it is, folks, nobody's really expecting this to be much of a competitive contest, so I expect Stillwater to probably stay at home and listen to this one on the radio.
Yeah, and maybe tune into the Oklahoma Sports Network. So
that too.
Hopefully we get some listeners from Stillwater here tonight, and should be a fun one on tap for sure. Never had the pleasure of calling a Stillwater game, but obviously an illustrious program. Been killing it in the baseball ranks recently with all of the Holiday brothers, and most recent one being drafted number 1 overall by the Colorado Rockies. So pretty cool deal there. And, well, actually, I think he went number 4 or so, and the Eli Willits kid from Fort Cobb, I believe, went number 1, but still pretty cool there.
Fort Cobb, Broxton, Reeves.
Yeah,
Broxton.
Fort Cobb, Broxton, and
as I got corrected.
Jackson Holiday obviously went number 1 to the Orioles a couple years ago. He's played a full, healthy season for Baltimore this year, and he's got a great future ahead of him. And, yeah, it seems like the Holiday family has really run Stillwater for a while. And then, of course, I believe the Gundy brothers played there as well way back in the day.
One did.
Mike?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. That's incorrect. Both played at a school we're familiar with, Midwest City. Both were Bombers.
Oh, yeah, okay. I had that wrong. But
there is a Gundy tie-in, though. If you remember Gage Gundy up at OSU.
He was a Stillwater kid.
He is now the quarterback's coach for Stillwater.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Tonight. So,
good research there, Dave. And
a rough week for the Gundy family as Mike was ousted after losing at home to Tulsa Reeves. But, yeah, a lot of tradition with the Gundys, and not just OSU, but in Stillwater in general.
Yeah, and if I had to guess, I think Mike Gundy's going to get another shot at things. Maybe a smaller program this time around, but I think somebody else is going to take him on as head coach for one more run. And it seems like he still has a little bit of football left in him. The problem is things just wore out at Oklahoma State, and it seemed like his heart really wasn't in it by the end of things. So, yeah, great historic coach, but it was time to move on.
Well, we're moving on to a break. Be back with more. This is Lawton Ike football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton Community Health Center is a place for babies, kids like me, and even teenagers. Nice people are there to help you when you're hurt or you just don't feel good. And even if you do, they give you medicine so you don't get sick and physicals so you can play sports. I'm happy to know they'll be there when I need them. And my mom is too.
LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
Rule number 6, be the truck authority. That's the Billingsley way. At Billingsley, we're proud to offer hundreds of Ford trucks for your selection. And if you know a thing or two about saving money, we bet you know Billingsley.
I'm Grant Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Tayco Roofing now offers free instant quotes. Just go to taycoroofing.com and click free instant quote. Enter your address and click see my price. Roof repair doesn't have to be stressful. Get a free instant quote and trust Tayco.
Welcome back to Cameron University here in beautiful Lawton, Oklahoma. Dave Myrick along with Reeves Mitchell, Lawton football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. As this field is always unique to me, Reeves, it's kind of dug into the ground. It's got kind of a big house in Michigan. I don't know if you've ever been up there before, but you're walking along just on the surface and it kind of sinks down in the ground. It's got that kind of feel here, a little bit smaller, but still.
Yeah, I haven't been there yet, but I'm sure I'm going to make the trip next year to see the Sooners play there. That's just one of those bucket list stadiums I've always wanted to go to. I don't know if you've been to Clinton, Oklahoma, but this kind of reminds me of their field as well. The Red Tornadoes up there in Clinton. That's they call it the Tornado Bowl. That's a famous high school stadium here in Oklahoma, so should be a fun one here tonight. And yeah, it is a unique stadium for sure, as looks like the Lawton Ike band is getting into things, ready to cheer on their home team coming out of the tunnel.
They're getting ready to key in on some things. And on that note, I'd like to present the keys to the game, presented by Subway at 50th and Lee. Enjoy a fresh-made 6-inch sub of the day, drink and chips, or 2 cookies for $7. Your Ike headquarters at 50th and Lee in Lawton, right down from the high school. Reeves, we just talked about it, man. Do the fundamentals. Do the little things right. Prove that you can. Become repetitive in doing things right, and you'll grow from there. That's my key.
Yep, I agree with everything you just said. My key would be on the offensive side of things tonight. I think your defense has shown some signs all season long. They've had some struggles as well, but even against Carl Albert in that first quarter, they really kept the team in the game for as long as they could. So offensively tonight, you have got to score some points and help out that defense to try to keep you in this ball game. Quite frankly, the offense has not been very good this year. Only 6 points on the year. Got to find a way to move the football, not be punting from, inside your own 10, inside your own 20. If you're not going to score on possessions, at least pick up a couple first downs, keep the defense guessing, and try to take some time off the board, because so many times this season the possessions are just 3 and outs, 3 incompletions, and no time is amassed off the board, and that, does not help your defense out at all. So offense, they got to come out gunslinging tonight if they want to stay in this game with the Pioneers.
Well, as Reeves mentioned, cheer squads from both teams are on the field. Both of them have big blow-up inflatables. Of course, Lawton Ike going with the baby blue tops, bottoms, baby blue helmet with the Philadelphia Eagle logo. The Pioneers I have not got to see up close yet as we await their entrance on the field, but it's a beautiful night for football. Been a little bit warm up here in the booth, but with the sun setting to our right to the western sky, it should begin to trickle down in temperature and get a lot more comfortable for us, both in the booth and the players on the field. We'll be back talking more about it. This is Lawton Ike football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Home Tech Solutions is your dependable contractor for heating, AC, and electrical services for your home or business. They're the ones to rely on with over 30 years experience, and they are 100% locally owned and operated. They see to it to take care of your comfort, offering everything from insulation to maintenance and servicing all brands in the greater Southwest Oklahoma area. Make sure you see them first for all your HVAC and electrical needs. Give them a call today, 580-919-0328. That's 580-919-0328.
The CEO of Foxhole, the military B&B platform, and we're honored to partner with OSN to support Oklahoma high school sports.
Hi, I'm Spencer Colossus, the founder of Foxhole. We built this platform specifically for you, the military community, designed to reimburse official travel and support all your personal travel needs.
And hey guys, if there's one thing I can give you for my time, it would be this to the players and coaches. To give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift.
You prepared for summer? We are.
Keep your air conditioner ready with the Miller Noble Heating and Air Maintenance Plan. We service all makes and models from Bryant, Carrier, and Lennox. Just need a repair? We can do that. Can't pay for it all at once? We offer financing plans too. Is it time to replace your old system? We offer free estimates on new systems. Click or call today and stay comfortable with Miller Noble Heating and Air.
Power Services, the power of quality and comfort, servicing all of Southwest Oklahoma and the surrounding area for the past 40 years. Offering the best service for heating and air for both residential and commercial, geothermal systems, electrical services, and generators are their specialty. Give them a call for all of your heating, air, and electrical needs. Experience the power of quality and comfort with Power Services of Southwest Oklahoma. Give them a call today at 580-875-3645. That's 580-875-3645.
These hands have seen a lot. They've treated wounds and cured diseases, kept their fingers on the pulse of innovation and technology, pushed the boundaries of what's possible. These hands have mended families and held communities together. But it's our hearts that drive our unparalleled dedication, expertise, and healing. That's why we're here.
Welcome back to Cameron University, beautiful Lawton, Oklahoma, here in Southwest Oklahoma. Lawton Ike football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Now time to check out the starting lineup for Lawton Ike this evening. That's presented by House of Honor Frames and Gifts. They turn memories into masterpieces. Go see them for all your custom framing and personalized gifts. Located in the Cash Road Square between Harbor Freight and Planet Fitness. Sounds like a good spot. You got a kid that played football, get that senior jersey mounted up, take it to them. They can get you hooked up and have a memory of a lifetime. Well, the starters, you know them. They've been playing all year. They got to have a really good game tonight to have a chance. First of all, offensive lineman, number 12, Nicholas Brin, number 51. Quarterback, number 11, Amir Giles. Running back, number 2, Eric Knighton. Offensive line, number 9, Omar Phillips. Offensive line, number 66, Michael Robinson. Tight end, number 18, Tranquil Scruggs. Offensive line, number 76, Tyler Shootman. Offensive line, number 60, Jason Seiler. Running back, number 28, Tellis Weaver. And at wide receiver, number 10, Joshua Williams. Reeve just had a couple guys that need to be really big tonight. Eric Knighton and Tellis Weaver toting the rock.
Not sure where Eric Knighton was in our last matchup against Carl Albert, but I don't think he played a snap in that one.
We forgot to ask Coach Matthews about that.
Yeah, we did. And I think they're going to need him tonight to stay in this one. So hopefully whatever was going on with him has been solved over the bye week, and he gets back out there tonight. But yeah, I've really been impressed with Tellis Weaver as well. He's a big bowling ball of a running back, and he'll put his shoulder down and make you pay the price if you try to arm tackle him. So expect a lot of carries for him tonight. And then Giles, the quarterback, it's been a struggle for him thus far this year, but we've seen the talent he does possess, and he's just trying to put it together for one strong game. And what an opportunity this is here tonight against a Pioneer team that took the Carl Albert Titans into the fourth quarter last week, which is pretty dang impressive in my mind.
No doubt about it, Reeves. And looking at an old roster, the updated roster tonight, boy, the coaching staff for Lawton Ike has made some changes. I'll tell you what, at left tackle, they've got Nick Camerolo. I'm going to butcher that one. Quarterback still Amir Giles, but number 51, Nicholas Byrne, right guard, right tackle, Christopher Garland. Then here the changes come. At the X, Davion Brewer, he's number 88. Halfback, number 13, Joshua Williams. At the Z, number 82, Timothy Green. Fullback, number 45, Jake Herbert. Left guard, number 65, Omar Phillips. And again, Tellis Weaver will tote the rock, Reeves. I'll tell you what, in 2 weeks from their last game, that is wholesale changes across the offense.
Yeah, but it makes sense.
It does.
Mean, at the end of the day, you got to try to switch some things up at this point in the season. You have not had a ton of success on offense thus far. So throwing some new guys in there at receiver and maybe on the offensive line definitely can't hurt anything. And just not enough production from that receiver room thus far this year. So hoping these new additions really step up their game and bring new life into this Eagle offense.
Not quite sure what the holdup is. We got Stillwater on the field. We're still waiting for Lawton Ike to emerge from their blow up tunnel. Here the Eagles come out of the locker room. I can tell you that Stillwater won the toss and deferred to the second half. So Lott and Ike right out of the gate will have the football. Pretty decent breeze on the field, blowing left to right. That would be east to west as this stadium runs. So Reeves, Stillwater is going to have the wind in the fourth quarter. I don't think that's going to have much of a factor on this one.
Well, we'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, we've said it all year long. For the Eagles, you got to come out strong, and you got to really set the tone to start the game. Thought they did a pretty good job of that against Carl Albert, as they were able to draw 3 face mask penalties on their first offensive possession. Did not amass into any points, however. And, you just have to finish drives, especially when teams are going to give you free penalty yardage like that. 45 yards of penalty yards in one drive has to equal a touchdown on the other end. So, another key to this game is really taking advantage of the other team's mistakes.
No doubt about it. Something they failed to do last week or 2 weeks ago in the 58-0 thumping at the hands of the Titans. Stillwater, an opponent that has just as much talent as that Carl Albert team, and probably a little bit deeper too, being class 6A2 as the Eagles take the field. Well, Stillwater across the way, this is going to be a nightmare. The numbers are very hard to read. It looks like kind of light gold lettering on white tops, white bottoms, and kind of a purple helmet going on with, I think, a P. But I'm going to massacre those calls all night because, frankly, I can't tell what numbers they are.
Those numbers are tough to read, but got to say they're pretty sharp uniforms. I like those blue helmets. It's pretty cool.
The Stillwater takes the field as Lott and Ike is now kneeling in the east end zone, saying a prayer before this one.
Seems like Stillwater's been ready to get this thing kicked off while Lott and Ike's taking their sweet time.
Well, it could be they got a 2.5-hour bus ride back. It could just be they're ready to play some football. Whatever the reasoning is, we're about set to go. I know it's been a long season so far, Eagle fans. Stay with us. We'll try to make it entertaining and fun to watch and listen to, and then hope that Reeves is right. You know what? Flush everything else. You're undefeated. Start a new season right now. The other games don't matter. Come out, play your best, see what happens.
It's kind of like a pitcher in baseball that is already, through his windup, set up to pitch while the batter's not even in the box. So, maybe an intimidation factor kind of.
Yeah. It's kind of a funny visual. I'll give it that.
Been waiting out there for a good 2 minutes at this point, but
Stillwater and the refs are ready to go. Lott and Ike is not. Could be a home crowd factor, making the away team wait, and now the umpires get a little impatient. He just blew the whistle. Come on, let's play some football.
Crowds have gotten more and more sparse as this season has gone on. I think this is the most empty we've seen it this season. Obviously, for that rivalry to start the year against Lawton High, it was a packed house, but no longer. And I know the Ike fans that did make the trip to their home field are going to try their hardest to will their team onto a win, but it doesn't help when Stillwater's about 2.5 hours away and not many of their fan base made the trek.
No, in fact, I would guess that's all moms and dads and grandmas across the way. But you know what? We're set for football.
I bet Grandma stayed home for this one.
She's watching us on OSN.
Yeah.
That's what she's doing. We got a beautiful night. It's Friday night, high school football, under the lights. Does not get any better than this. And
this is a odd setup for the kickoff, Dave. Almost looks like an onside, the way the kicker is setting up.
Yeah, Stillwater. Is this either going to be a pooch or an onside?
Yeah, probably a pooch to the 40-yard line or so. But
well, we're set to go. Here we go. Friday night under the lights from Lawton, America. Approaches total leather. It is a pooch kick coming near side. Fair catch called and taken at the 25-yard line, and that is where Lawton Ike will set up shop 1st and 10. Quarterback Amir Giles right out of the gate under the gun against this Pioneer defense.
Yep, got to start strong here tonight. You have good field position to begin this one. So hopefully this bye week really, got you back in order, especially offensively where they need it the most.
Well, the Pioneers deploy their defense as Lawton Ike huddled up near side. Now they sprint out. Stillwater 3-man front. Looks like they play a wide hash 3-4 defense, single safety.
Haven't seen a ton of empty sets this year for Lawton Ike.
Ike going empty. We got 3 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Throw to the far side, blown up in the backfield and dropped for a 5-yard loss. So a negative play right out of the gate as Giles found number 13, Joshua Williams. That sets up 2nd down and long.
See if they're able to better execute the tempo here tonight.
Giles already up the line of scrimmage. Stillwater almost jumped off sides. We got flags down. Not sure if they caught Stillwater or a Eagle
Looks like
move.
they did. I think number 13 jumped early for Stillwater.
So that gets the 5 yards back, lost on the first play, and we'll set up 2nd down and 10 for the Eagles. That's something Giles been effective at all
Yeah,
season.
he has.
Well, Stillwater shows blitz. They jumped again, and we got flags down, so that's going to bring up 2nd down and 5 after this call. Well, Reeves, do it till they stop, right?
Yeah, another offsides. I will say one thing for these linemen. If they're going to jump into the neutral zone, go ahead and move and touch them because that, if they cause you to move by jumping in the neutral zone, that's offsides every time. So good job so far. Look at this defense.
Yeah, this is a weird defensive show as Stillwater is back off the line of scrimmage 3 yards.
This is insane.
We've got 4 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Giles, a little confused, takes a snap. He's got it. Rolls to the far side under pressure and does throw the ball away as he's hit in the backfield, dragged down. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for Lawton Ike.
I'd go back to that screen game, Dave, if they're going to line up in basically a punt block on defense. You have a bunch of one-on-ones on the outside, so that should be a play where you're trying to get the ball out of the quarterback's hands as quickly as possible to one of your playmakers.
They're doing it again. Stillwater is back off the line of scrimmage 3 yards.
Looks like a punt block
I've
almost.
never seen this before. Stillwater showing blitz. Nobody back deep. Giles has it. Back to pass. Throws. Got a man open. Caught. Out near the 40-yard line. That'll move the chains as that weird defense comes back to bite the Pioneers, and it's 1st down, Lawton Ike.
And if you're Lawton Ike, that should be viewed as disrespectful to you, and you got to take advantage of that.
Stillwater not lined up on defense. As Lawton Ike had a chance to snap it, they do not. Giles looks near side for the play. He's got it. Tight end offset right.
Looks like they're going to bring the house all night.
Stillwater shows blitz, handoff up the middle, hitting the backfield, plows forward, does a good job to get back to the line of scrimmage. That was Tellis Weaver. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, so far for Stillwater defensively, they're rushing about 7 guys per snap. So if you're Lawton Ike, you got to find your man beaters in your passing game and try to exploit that. Back to the weird defense.
There it is again. Eric Knighton's down to the bottom of the screen, throws, good catch, made out the 45-yard line, tackled forward after the catch. And he is out close to another 1st down. We'll see what Lawton Ike does. I would keep going, not let Stillwater sub. They've got this funky formation on the field still.
And if they're going to keep doing this weird defense, you got to continue to throw the ball. They're blitzing about 6-7 guys each time.
They're still off the line of scrimmage 3 yards. Eric Knighton is in the slot. Giles claps his hands, now looks to the sideline. He's got Tellis Weaver on his left hip. Now they send a man in motion. That's Joshua Williams, and they deploy 4 wide receivers to the right as Tellis Weaver will join them outside. Eric Knighton into the boundary near side. Giles in the shotgun. Knighton in motion. Here's the snap. Fake to Knighton. Giles has it and runs into his own man, and he's going to be tackled just about the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he pushed at the end.
No whistle. That's going to be close to a 1st down.
Very close.
I don't know where the spot is. Good effort there from Giles.
And got to go for this, no doubt about it. You're the underdog in this game. You want to punch first in a football game like this as a heavy underdog. So find your best short yardage play and see what you can do.
Well, let's see if Stillwater lines up 3 yards off the ball on 4th and an inch. Probably not.
I wouldn't guess so, especially on a 4th and inches.
Well, they're off by 1.5 yards. If I was Giles, I'd just run up and then run the quarterback sneak. They'd pick it up right now. Giles in the shotgun. He's got it. Hand off to Weaver up the middle. I think he got it. Down, but we got a flag down on the far side, so hold the phone.
Oh, boy. He definitely got the 1st down. Illegal formation, looks like.
Well, these are the mistakes we talked about all season. You cannot have that. As Reeves said, he got the 1st down. That would move the chains. Now you're backed up to a 4th and 5.
I'd almost consider punting it now.
Well, we'll see what head coach Barrett Matthews elects to do, as they've still got the offense on the field.
Yeah.
And this is the right call.
Yeah, agreed. You don't want to get greedy, especially after you barely got a 4th and inches, which was a really good play. Just everybody's not lined up how they're supposed to be. Don't want to get too greedy and go for a 4th down.
Snap back. He's got it. Puts it in the air. Decent kick. That's going to bounce out of bounds. I'm going to guess about the 27-yard line. We'll see where they stop on the near side, but that's where Stillwater will take over, set up shop 1st and 10. I forgot to mention on the kickoff, that's always presented by Wayne's Drive-In. Wayne's here in Lawton, the place to be if you want any type of cherry limeade, chicken fingers, everything that sounds good
Steak
right now.
fingers,
Steak
sure.
fingers, yeah.
Whatever that is. I don't even know what that is, but apparently they're famous for it.
Phoebe, Reeves' sister out there listening, you got to take Reeves for some steak fingers. You dip them in ranch, he will enjoy them.
I do like ranch, that's for sure.
Well, here we go. The Pioneers set up shop. They're going to put the ball at the 31-yard line. That is where they will scrimmage 1st and 10. Coming off their lone loss of the season to Carl Albert a week ago.
Starting QB, Tank Tapto? Tapto. That's a
Tank.
all-name team.
Tank just shot to the top of the list. All-name team. Tapto in the shotgun. He deploys 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. We got a hold up on the field.
And Jaden Adams, the running back, is that state wrestling champion that you're referring to?
That's correct.
Yeah, he looks small from up here, but I see where you're coming from. He looks very stout and looks like he would be a really good wrestler.
Low man wins, and it looks like he's pretty low, Reeves. Let's see here. Let's get any type of indication on his size. The halfback, David Thomas, number 2. Well, it's got him listed as 6 feet. Yeah, there we go. Now they back it up to 27. What did I say on the punt? I thought it was a 27, not 31.
It's got him 5'7", 170.
Snap, handoff up the middle, gaping hole. Nobody touches him out to the 45, and he is down right there. So a 15-yard run out of the gate. And that's 1st down for Stillwater. Yeah, there we go. 5'7". They got T next to his name. Tapto in the shotgun. Strong side right, fakes the handoff, throws it out far side, caught. Good block, cuts it up inside. Gets away, got to make a tackle. Now he's running backwards at the 40-yard line. 45, watch out. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, goodbye. 10-5, touchdown Stillwater as they had that play stop for a negative yardage play. But Deacon Jones, 6'1", 183-pound X, takes it to the house for Pioneer.
Yeah, they had him stopped on that left side over there, but he decides to reverse the entire football field there. Probably ran up well over 100 yards on that play, and there was no backside defense to stop him when he cut back. So really, really nice play by the Stillwater wide receiver, and that's our first score of the night.
Snap back, kick is up. It looks good, and it is. Timeout on the field. Stillwater 7, Lawton Ike nothing. This is Lawton Ike football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Through life's trials, Liberty National Bank has been with you all the way, listening, embracing your goals, working together with you to build the business you want or the life you want. We've supported our neighbors and local businesses for over a century, always putting people first. For you, we're in the banking business. For you, we're here. Liberty National Bank. With you,
Well, the Eagles have been punched in the mouth by Stillwater. This is Lawton Ike football, Oklahoma Sports Network. Dave Meyer, Reeves Mitchell. As a simple screen pass, they had defended for a loss yardage play, pops out the gate, and Deacon Jones takes it 60 yards to the house. And just like that, Stillwater is on top. This is a Wayne's drive-in kickoff upcoming, and judging by that defense, we're going to see quite a few tonight.
It looks like they're going to do this pooch punt again. This time, rather than fair catching, I would go ahead and run it. You could get 15 extra yards or so.
Kick is in the air, and it's going to be a fair catch once again.
Wasting a lot of field position doing that, Dave.
Well, you say 20 yards right there. There was nobody close to that was number 7 who caught that for Lawton Ike on the fair catch, no doubt being instructed to do that. As Cervantes Ferguson called the fair catch, and they will start at the 17.
And I just believe when your offense has struggled as much as they have this season, you might as well let the special teams go out there and try to make a play. I mean, I don't think it would hurt you at all to see if you can pull off a big return. We've seen it with lesser competition many times in football.
I agree
where
with
the special
that.
teams keeps you in it.
Giles shotgun formation. He's all alone in the backfield. Deploys 4 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Throw near side, trying to set up the screen to Weaver. He's dumped in the backfield for a loss. That'll be a loss of 7. Brings up 2nd down and 17.
And the problem with these screens
swarming
is
defense.
Swarming defense. And the problem with these screens is you're throwing 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage already. And if you're not going to block adequately, it's going to be a loss of yardage every time from where you're throwing the football. So I would try to go away from those plays early. It seems like Stillwater's all over them.
3-man front. Stillwater shows a blitz. Knighton in motion. Giles has it. You got to get rid of it. He does. Picked off. Touchdown Stillwater. A walk-in pick 6 from the Pioneers as they sniffed that one out. Giles came in motion under the formation.
What's the flag here? Yeah, illegal man downfield.
Okay, so that's going to be against Lawton Ike, declined, and the touchdown stands. They tried to hit Knighton underneath, who had gone in motion, and that was read very well by the Stillwater defensive end. So a horrific start for Lawton Ike right out of the gate. They find themselves trailing 13-0.
Yeah, and again with these backwards passes, I mean, when the opposing team is sniffing them out, it can lead to turnovers. It can lead to huge losses of yards, and seems like Stillwater's all over what they're trying to do with the screen game right now, and it bites them in a big way there for the pick 6.
Well, 13-0 as the PAT attempt is lined up on the west side. Kick is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field, 14-0 Stillwater. We got 7:31 to go in the first. Lawton Ike football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Through life's trials, Liberty National Bank has been with you all the way, listening, embracing your goals, working together with you to build the business you want or the life you want. We've supported our neighbors and local businesses for over a century, always putting people first. For you, we're in the banking business. For you, we're here. Liberty National Bank, with you all the way.
Welcome back to Cameron University, and a familiar sight finds Lawton Ike trailing big early in the first quarter, 14-0. As we got another pooch kick coming near side, another fair catch.
Man.
They're going to waste 20 yards of field position.
I just do not understand that, Dave.
Well, nobody does, as we just discussed that on the break.
Again, your offense has struggled all season long, only 6 points on the season. You might as well see what you can do in the kick return game. And, man, if they're going to give you a pooch kick like that, it doesn't make sense. The defense, is not going to get down there super quick. So,
no, he's caught it 3 times with the nearest Stillwater defender 20 yards.
You could at least get 10 yards on that return, which is huge to this offense.
Shotgun formation. Giles claps his hands, throws. That's batted up almost. If he hadn't batted it, would have been a pick 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 as he was looking for Knighton on the near side.
Yep, they're all over these short passes thus far. I mean, not much safety help. Seems like the safeties have been creeping up. They're trying to jump things right now. I would look to the deep game right now, maybe try to get a one-on-one ball over the top.
Stillwater 4-man front. Giles has it, hands off up the middle, puts his head down into a pile, tries to move it, does a little bit. They're going to call that a 4-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd down, and, we'll call it 7 for Lawton Ike. Reeves. Not where you want to be 3rd and long.
No, definitely not. We saw them convert a 3rd and 5 earlier with a nice pass over the middle, so try to replicate that here.
Giles
back in the junk defense.
Stillwater to jump. Stillwater playing 3 yards off the line of scrimmage.
I've never seen this.
Everybody up around the line of scrimmage besides one safety, Giles. Claps his hands. He's got it. 3-man rush. Throws over the middle to nobody, and that's going to be incomplete and bring up 4th down and 7. I think that throw just got away from him as he was trying to find number 13 there on a crossing route, Joshua Williams, and they will line up to punt yet again.
Definitely had his man over the middle, but just sailed it. And he is very lucky that one wasn't intercepted as well. Usually when you sail it over your receiver's head, that leads to interceptions.
Snap back. The kick is blocked as it comes out of bounds near side. We'll see where they put that. Still walking, and they're going to put it at the well, now they're walking back towards the lot, and I call it the 32-yard line. That's where Stillwater will take over. Reeves, we talked about this, diagnosed all the problems this year. Special teams, getting punts off without being blocked has been top of the list.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd put it at the top of the list, but it's definitely top 5. This offense has just really done the team no favors all season long and put the punter in some really tough spots. But, yeah, special teams has been a question mark, and I go back to the kickoffs. You're wasting a lot of field position on each and every kickoff here tonight. There's already been 3 of them. And the punt game, it's been good when you've been able to get the punt off, but more times than not, it's been blocked this season.
Tap toe, back out to it. 2 wide receivers right, 2 to the left, handoff up the middle, gaping hole, jumps down ahead, put it to the 25-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and 3. Reeves, you see good offenses in high school football find themselves in these 2nd down and 3, 2nd and 2s.
No doubt.
Just keeps you out of the chains.
No doubt.
Stillwater lined up, want to go quick. Tap toe has it. Another handoff right up the middle. The offensive line bulls Lawton Ike almost to their own 15-yard line as he is going to be brought down at the 13. That'll be another 1st down for Stillwater on the move.
Yeah, early on this does not look like a team coming off a bye week. Looks more like a team that's played 5 games in a row, as that's a late man coming off the field.
Handoff in the backfield, makes a man miss. Nice spin move. He's at the 2, 1, and touchdown, Stillwater.
Oh, boy.
So 3 plays and a touchdown. It was a 2-play touchdown drive last time Stillwater had it, and it's 20-0. Pioneers with 6 minutes to go in the first. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't even lined up properly on that play, as it should have been an illegal substitution on Lawton Ike. I think the refs were being nice to the Eagles there, but run up the middle. All 3 plays on the drive, runs up the middle, amassing way too many yards, leading to the touchdown.
Snap back, kick is away. It looks good, and it is. Time out on the field, 21-0. Our score, Pioneers lead Lawton Ike. This is Lawton Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
This month at Merritt Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, the savings are big. Get this 25 Ram 1500 Laramie for $11,867 off MSRP, or this 25 Ram 2500 Bighorn for $5,063 off MSRP. Don't wait. These deals end soon. Power on with Merritt. It's time to drive into savings at Merritt Chevrolet GMC. All month long, take advantage of incredible August offers, like up to $4,000 in consumer cash and up to $1,250 in incremental bonus cash on select models. Stop by today. Merritt Chevrolet GMC. Power on.
Welcome back to Cameron University. Lawton Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Dave Myrick along with Reeves Mitchell. And as I said before the last break, an all-too-familiar sight down big in the first, 21-0 now as Stillwater kicks away, and another fair catch going to be taken at the 10-yard line. I'm not sure why you do that. Even worse field position. That's where Lawton Ike will begin, 1st and 10.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for how much the offense has struggled starting at the 9-yard line, it looks like where they're marking it, is not going to help the cause at all. So my mind is blown. I don't have any words.
Well, we've talked about it for a couple weeks. Do you flirt with a quarterback change? I don't know what direction you can go. I mean, when Stillwater hands off up the middle, their offensive line is pushing Lawton Ike 10 yards past the line of scrimmage. That would just signal you're outmanned. Lawton Ike in the shotgun. Giles sends a man in motion. Hands off to Tellis Weaver. He stood up after a yard gain. That'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, just trying to set up the run game here that maybe if you can run it well enough, it sets up the pass downfield. But the problem is they're running for about only 1 yard per average thus far, and that's not going to be good enough to open up the play-action game.
Knighton in motion. Giles has it, throws over the middle, has a man caught. Nice catch. Brought down just past the first down sticks. Ball came out when it hit the ground, and that will move the chains up to the 24-yard line.
A couple nice throws over the middle here tonight that certainly should have you encouraged as an Eagles fan. But you got to stack good plays upon one another.
Without mistakes. Hand off to Weaver, runs into a wall and will be dropped right there. They're going to give him forward progress back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and Weaver's a good player. I mean, I think he's one of the best offensive players on this team, if not the best, but there's just no holes right now for him, and he's running into a brick wall in the form of the Stillwater defensive line.
We got motion again as it'll back up Lawton Ike. So take it from a 2nd and 11 to a 2nd and 16. These are the pre-snap infractions we've been talking about all season long. And Reeves, you got 2 weeks of practice with a bye to work on this stuff, and that's got to be disheartening to still see it.
Yeah, it does. These problems have popped up in the first game of the year, and they have not gone away. And I'm a little bit confused why Eric Knighton has not touched the ball yet. I mean, he's one of the most electric players on this offense. So
Stillwater showing blitz. Giles now looks the sideline. He's got Knighton split out.
Oh, they're not set up right.
In the slot. Giles has it. Blitz is on. He's under pressure and throws it.
Fumble
on the ground. I think Tellis Weaver jumped on it for Lawton Ike. He did. That's going to bring up 3rd and a whole lot.
Yeah, and on these pass plays when they're sending 6-7 guys, if you're Giles back there, you've got to realize I only have 2 seconds or so to get this ball off. I mean, he should be counting in his head 1, 2, and the ball has got to be out there. If you hold on to it any longer, you're going to get blindsided. That's exactly what happens there, leading to the fumble. Thankfully for the Eagles, they fall on it.
We got whistles on the field as Lawton Ike is going to burn a timeout. I want to thank our quarter sponsors. First quarter, Lawton Firefighters Association, proudly supporting the community they serve every day. Lawton Firefighters Association. Well, we're going to have a trivia question later, as soon as Reeves figures out what that trivia question and answer is going to be.
Yeah. Well, I'll put my thinking cap on.
I'll leave that one to you. Well, Oklahoma also want to buy this week as they're coming off a huge one against the Auburn Tigers in Norman a week ago. Of course, just about the time you start to think, man, that's a really good defense and a really good quarterback. Boom, you're hit with the news Tuesday, a broken hand, surgery, but Reeves expected to be back a lot sooner than I think people realize.
Yeah, I think it's honestly a blessing in disguise that not that the injury happened, but that they were able to get on top of it this quick, fly him out to L.A. for the surgery, and I don't think this is going to be something that derails the season. Now, if he's out for longer than expected, it very well could. But, Michael Hawkins has been in the system for a while now, so he should be expected to play some pretty darn good football. Not as good as Mateer, obviously, but at least serviceable enough to keep Oklahoma in ball games.
Yeah, a lot of people had no idea who Dr. Shin is. They do now. Giles back to pass, lets it go down the far sideline. That's going to be batted away as the Eagle wide receiver turned into a really good defensive back and saved an interception.
Nearly Odell Beckham that.
But that's going to bring up a 4th down and country mile. Call it 24 yards, and Lawton Ike will be in punt formation
This
again.
is a scary punt right here. Up against your own goal line, Stillwater's going to bring the pressure.
I don't know. If I was a Stillwater quarterback, I'd tell these guys to relax. I want to play some tonight.
That's true.
Get some snaps on the field. Stillwater deploys 2 return men. They're set up just about the 40-yard line of Lawton Ike. Snap back. The kick is away. Decent kick. Wobbly, going to be taken and dropped at the 45. He's got it. Missed a tackle. Then missed another tackle as he comes near side. Effort not good. 40. 35, 30, and dropped right there. Reeves, 2 Eagle players had a chance to at least make Stillwater work on this drive. Missed tackles.
I'd call it 3 Eagles there, but yeah. He drops the punt and almost Deshaun Jackson-esque, where he just picks it up and zooms by the defense and picks up an extra 10, 15 yards. And, that's very crucial field position that you're wasting by missing that tackle. So, yeah, I would say Stillwater has no doubt won the scoreboard so far tonight, but the field position game, they are dominating.
Effort concerns me on the Lawton Ike side. Tapto has it, throws near side, another missed tackle, breaks it down the sideline, 20, 15, 10, dropped right there inside the 10. That'll be first and goal for the Pioneers.
Yeah, notice how on their screen passes, they're getting upfield. You know, the momentum is taking the receivers upfield rather than for Lawton Ike when they throw them, it's just someone standing 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and it gives the defense a chance to get there in the backfield. So they could learn a lot from what Stillwater's doing tonight.
Tapto in the gun, he's got it, throws the fade to the near side. That is dropped in the end zone. And that'll bring up second down and goal. Pretty good throw there by Tapto. Wide receiver had good position. Actually not bad defense that time from Lawton Ike.
Yeah, I think the deep pass defense for Lawton Ike has been one of their best traits this year. Those cornerbacks have played pretty darn good football. Problem is they have had to be out there a lot of plays this season as the offense just really has done them no favors.
That was number 4, Deontay Johnson on the coverage. Excellent job. Tapto has it, throws near side. That one's blown up and you got to tackle him to the ground, and they finally do for a big loss. And guess who? That's Deontay Johnson again, jumping the screen pass.
Great play there.
Back-to-back, really good defensive plays by Johnson. Sets up third and goal from, call it, the 14-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that's a tough two-play sequence to defend. They go a fade route to the back of the end zone, you break it up, and then they go a screen pass right back to your man. And he was all over that, so tremendous effort there by Johnson, keeping this defensive possession alive, and hopefully they can get off the field here on a third and goal from about the 15 or so.
Tapto in the shotgun. He's got it. Back to pass. Has time. Throws it in the far side. Man open. He overthrew him, and that's going to bring up fourth down and goal. So a pretty good stand by the Lawton Ike defense. They're going to make Stillwater line up for a field goal attempt.
Yeah, great job bowing your neck there and keeping the Pioneers out of the end zone on 3 really good and well-defended pass plays. So this defense is doing all they can, but at the end of the day, it's a tall order when Stillwater is starting with such good field position every single drive.
Leighton Williamson lined up for this field goal. Snap is back. Kick is away. And it is good. Timeout on the field. New score. Stillwater leads 24-0. 2:28 to go in the first quarter. This is Lawton Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Bearers team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for it.
Welcome back to Lawton, Oklahoma, here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Dave Myrick along with Reeves Mitchell. Hope you're having a pleasant evening. The Eagles are, they're getting thumped a little bit. 24-0, 2:28 to go in the first quarter as Stillwater lined up to kick off again. This kicker is going to need the ice bath. This time kicks it straight away deep to nobody because Lawton Ike had nobody out. That's going to go out of bounds for a touchback, so Lawton Ike will take over first and 10 at the 20. Reeves, unbelievably enough, if they can go get a score here, they're still in this game.
Yeah, it's a 3-score game right now. Would need 3 touchdowns and 2-point conversions on all of them, but hey, considering where we were just a couple minutes ago thinking it was going to be 28-zip,
yeah,
24 is a totally different ball game, so this becomes a really, really big drive here for the Eagles offense, and man, I would start by looking to throw the ball downfield more rather than throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, Dave. They have not had success doing that tonight.
Well, they got the right guy on the field for that as Eric Knighton jogs out behind Giles. And they're going to put him at tailback on Giles' right hip. 2 wide receivers left, tight end offset right. Giles in the shotgun. Guys are trying to get lined up right. He's got it. Hand off to Knighton, right up the middle into the teeth of the Stillwater defense. That'll be no gain. Bring up second down.
And they're almost just daring
the
Eagles to throw a little slant route or a throw over there to number 13 in the slot. I mean, the safety, number 31, defending him is 10 yards off of him. So, you got to play situational football and smart football to where you're reading the defense, seeing how they're lined up, and taking advantage of that.
Well, Stillwater back in the funky defense where everybody
Look how far they are.
Everybody on the down 4 is standing up. We got a flag thrown in the backfield, defensive backfield. Yeah, I've never seen this.
Look how far off they are of even the receivers on the right.
I've seen defenses stand up their front 4, but I've never seen them 2 or 3 yards off the line of scrimmage as another pre-snap infraction will back up Lotnike 5 yards. Unbelievable. Well, Stillwater's going back to the weird defensive formation. Everybody's standing on the line of scrimmage as they shuffle bodies around.
I mean, look at the space. The receivers are being
Giles in the shotgun. He's got it. Another flag down. We're going to have another offensive penalty, I do believe. Well, Stillwater might have jumped. Let's see if they give him the free 5 back. They did.
Looks like they're trying to jump the gun a lot this game, trying to get in there real quick and bring the quarterback down. And again, when the other team is giving you free yardage, you have to take advantage of it.
I just don't get being 3 yards off the line. That's just
it's very strange.
If you're trying to, unless they want a running start at it. I don't know. Snap, handoff, good hole. Knighton burst ahead out of the 25.
I think it's almost daring them to run the football.
Yeah. Or throw it deep.
Yeah.
One or the other. All right, 3rd down and manageable. Call it 3 yards for Lotnike, the funky defense. Nobody back deep if you get a man behind them. And they're going to hand off into the teeth of the defense.
Face mask.
Knighton is going to be wrestled down for a huge
That
loss.
looked like a face mask to me, not called by our
Didn't see it.
referee.
Well, Stillwater had pretty much all 11 defenders within 2 yards line of scrimmage.
And you run it up the middle.
And you ran right in the middle of it. Yep. Yeah. All right, they're going to go for it. 4th down and call it 7. Giles in the shotgun. Everybody for Stillwater up. And got another flag down.
Offsides?
Encroachment on the D.
It's about their 4th offside so far.
I think they're a little anxious to get some quarterback sacks on the
Agreed.
stats. Well, that makes it a more manageable 4th down for Lotnike.
I still think you have to throw it, though. I mean, look how they're aligned defensively. You're not going to be able to run it on this front.
Stillwater looking like they're in punt block formation. Giles in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers right. He's got Knighton on his right hip. Giles has it. They hand off up the middle. Decent hole. Knighton has it. Nice. He's got the 1st down. Great run. Great vision from Knighton. I'll tell you what, that was good blocking over the left side.
Well, I stand correct there.
I agree. You know what? You run it there.
They go ahead and run it, and, yeah, it was very well blocked by this Eagle offensive line. Open up a big hole for Knighton, and we know Knighton has great vision. He's shown that all season long. Great run there for the 1st down.
5 seconds to go in the quarter. Eagles look like they are content to move this along to quarter number 2. And that is when we will be back with you guys. At the end of the 1st, Lotnike trails Stillwater 24-0. This is Lott and Eisenhower football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
If you're someone who feels anxious or scared about going to the dentist, you're not alone. We're here to make sure you feel completely comfortable every step of the way. And at our office, we believe in treating more than just teeth. We focus on you as a person. And with sedation dentistry, you can experience the care you need without fear and without pain. And with sedation dentistry, we can make your dreams come true.
Welcome back to Cameron University. Lovely Lawton, Oklahoma. Lot Nike football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Dave Myrick along with Reeves Mitchell as we start quarter number 2. Lawton trails 24-0, but the Eagles just picked up a pivotal 4th down conversion. If they want to stay in this game, they need points on this drive, Mr. Mitchell.
Yeah, they certainly do. This is a big set of downs coming up. As trying to get in the double digits of points scored on the season. That would do it here. But, yeah, really nice 4th down run by Knighton. See if they can stack some good plays together.
Ball on the far hash as we scrimmage left to right now. Giles hands off to Knighton. He's mauled in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Went to the well one too many times there. That'll bring up 2nd down and 12.
And it's a lot of man-on-man on the outside. So if you can put some good routes together, some man beaters, they call them in the NFL at least, and chunk a ball down the field, I think you're going to have a pretty good catch or chance at a touchdown, but looks like they're content to run the football.
4-man front for Stillwater, a more conventional defensive set as Giles in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Eric Knighton on his right hip. Giles changes the play. We got wide receivers trying to get lined up correctly. Now we're good. Giles claps his hands. He's got it. Handoff, mauled in the backfield for another loss, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 20.
Yeah, and I'm going to keep going back to it, but these corners and safeties are playing way off on the receivers on the far right side. You've got to run a quick slant. Even those quick screens you were running earlier could probably work right now. The depth that these defenders are standing at is just begging you to throw the football and not doing it right now.
Well, Stillwater in an umbrella coverage defense. They got 4 defensive backs about 20 yards back away from the line of scrimmage.
And they're all aligned on the same line.
As they're going back to the everybody stand up on the line, and we've got whistles on the field and another timeout called by Lawton Ike. Well, I haven't really seen a whole lot work for Lawton Eisenhower, as this timeout, of course, is brought to you by Ace Hardware. Those of you that listen to Lawton Ike football know my thoughts about Ace. The place rocks. Whatever you want, go check it out, and they'll have you taken care of.
Had to get some keys for my new house I'm about to move into, and
did you go to Ace?
Ace Hardware made them.
Yeah, man, the place to be.
You're really correct. They do everything.
Shop at Ace Hardware, 6902 Northwest Cash Road, Lawton, Oklahoma, 73505 for all your grill, hardware, home improvement, lawn and garden, and tool needs, including getting keys made. I've got to go in there once a year to get a hunting lease key made. It's down in Waurika. So, yeah, always check out Ace.
Still waiting to find the buffet in there, but I'm sure it's in the back. I just haven't seen it yet.
You have to be a VIP member of Ace to know where
there
it's
you
at.
go. I'm not quite there yet, but maybe they'll let me in on that one day.
We'll get you there. Back to it. 3rd down. Try a jet sweep on the near side. Tackled line of scrimmage for no gain. So that's the play design coming out of the timeout. And once again, Lawton Ike will punt the football.
Yeah, trying to spread the ball out there to one of your best playmakers at Knighton on the jet sweep. But Stillwater was all over it, so this is an obvious punting situation here. And once again, you're asking your defense to really step up and keep you in the ballgame.
Snap back, kick is away, wobbly kick. It's going to hit at the 40-yard line, takes a Ike bounce, 30, 25, still going.
Oh.
And it's going to be touched accidentally at the 24-yard line. But you know what? That's number 4, Deontay Johnson. I forgive him.
Yeah.
He's played an excellent cornerback
He's the MVP of the game for Ike thus far, no doubt about it. Back-to-back stellar defensive plays in the red zone. And really, you can chalk it up to him for holding them to 3 on that possession. Breaks up the fade pass in the corner of the end zone, then blows up the screen pass the next play for a loss of yardage. So, stellar game from him thus far.
Well, we've got college football updates rolling in. We'll get to here in just a little bit as Tapto has it. Back to pass. He's got time. He's going for it all. Down the middle of the field. It's caught and dragged down at the 47-yard line.
And he paid the price on that.
He got
big
hit. Well, Taptoe nowhere worse for wear as he's up over the ball, ready to go. Stillwater in the shotgun. Taptoe has 2 wide receivers left with 1 to the right. Lawton Ike showing a 3-man front. Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Taptoe keeps it. Quarterback keeper. Well defensed. Brought down at the 37-yard line. Only gain of 4. That'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, that was such a good fake. It fooled me as well. Thought the running back had it up the middle. Taptoe keeps it along that left edge and is tackled for the 4-yard gain.
Taptoe in the gun. He's got the snap, rolls to his right, tries to set up the screen just a bit inside, missed his target, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, trying for the middle screen there, but just a little bit of a off-the-mark pass, and sets up a big 3rd down for the Eisenhower defense.
Taptoe's got to give me some play in this game to say he tapped his toes.
Yeah, he's got to run along the sideline and reach the ball in, something like that.
Handoff straight up the middle, still on his feet. Bad tackling. He's dragging the
arm tackle.
Lawton Ike defense down to the 23-yard line. That's a 1st down for Stillwater.
Especially a wrestler like number 3, the running back. You're not going to be able to arm tackle him at 5'7", 170, and he's got all muscle up top and in those legs. So you got to take him out down below rather than arm tackling him.
So 3rd and 7, handoff up the middle, no problem. Taptoe has it, back to pass, blitz is on, steps up in the pocket. Now he decides to run, evades a tackle, drags another one down to the 21-yard line, call it 22. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Pioneers.
Maybe they can run a trick play, throw it back to him, and he toe taps it in the corner, something like that.
It's got to happen, right?
Or a scramble along the outside, and he tiptoes in.
Yeah, I like the trick play. Throw it to somebody back to Taptoe, and he'll tap his toes in the end zone. Of course, we'd like a pick on that play. Taptoe has it. Back to pass. Blitz is on. Throws it. Far side in the end zone. Man open. Caught. Touchdown. Stillwater. Heard some complaints next door about pass interference. Didn't see that. Good job by the Stillwater wide receiver readjusting that ball in the air. And another 6 for the Pioneers.
And that honestly was not the best throw in the world ever. It hung up in the air, which oftentimes gives the defense a chance to find the ball in the air and intercept it. But, yeah, did not play the ball right in that corner of the end zone and leads to a touchdown.
PAT attempt, snap, kick, good. Timeout on the field, 7:57 to go. It is 31-0. This is Lawton Eisenhower football, Network Sports Network.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind, providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle, 580-357-87.
Welcome back to Lawton, Oklahoma. Lawton Eisenhower football, Oklahoma Sports Network. We got a Wayne's drive-in kickoff here. Head to Wayne's when this one is over, or now, and grab some chow, steak fingers, cherry limeade, whatever. Float your boat. Stillwater lined up as they now lead it 31-0. Total Leather kicks it straight away deep, and again, nobody really back for Lawton Ike. You got to get on that. It's live, and it goes in the end zone for a touchback. So we'll try it again. Lawton Ike will try to score their 2nd points of the season in game number 4. Well, Reeves, I'm not quite sure what you try to dial up at this point. I'd like to see some deep shots. We haven't yet.
Yeah.
Tough to block.
The intermediate passing this game has been all right, honestly. I mean, you've had some nice 10-yard gains a couple of times, but the runs and screenplays have really hurt them here tonight. One ending in a pick six, and all of the others ending in losses of yardage. So really the only good run of the night was from Knighton for that first down on fourth down. See what they draw up here this series.
Giles in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers left, 1 to the right. Giles stands alone. He's got it. Another screen off the hands, too tall. That'll bring up second down and 10. And oddly enough, that one looked pretty well set up with lead blockers out front.
Yeah, that's one you want to hold on to, and he might have had some green grass in front of him, but can't hold on to it, and it brings up a second and long. Got to do better on first down. I mean, their first downs have been pretty horrendous this season, and just keeping them behind the chains never helps.
Knighton in motion. Giles has it. Throw the near side. Watch out. That is dropped. Might have been a pick six for Stillwater. As it is, that's going to bring up third down and long yet again for Lawton High.
Oh, and I know he didn't really have time, but if you're able to pump fake that and then just throw over the top, it would have been a touchdown. But, you know, I feel for Giles on that one because he was under pressure, so probably did not have time to do that. But I'll never stop believing.
You got to believe here. Third down and 10 as Stillwater jumped again.
And, I mean, if you're Lawton High, go ahead and snap the ball when they're jumping, and you're going to get a free play. You know, it's a good job drawing them off sides. I'm not uncomplimenting them on those. It's just
I don't know if they do that in high school, though.
They may not. Yeah. You're right. You may not get a free play.
To be honest, I don't know. Otherwise, it makes no sense why you wouldn't try.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah. That may not be a rule in high school. I can't remember, but
Giles has it, rushes on. He had time. Now he evades the pocket, rolling near side, tripped up for a loss at the 19-yard line, and that will bring on another punting situation.
Yeah, trying to get outside there, as he has done pretty well this season, but the shoestring tackle brings him down, and that's just a tackle you honestly have to get out of if you want to keep a drive alive, or at least get the ball out of your hands. Giles has had some struggles this year holding on to the football for too long, which we saw Jackson Arnold really struggle with in Norman.
That OU coverage like magnets. Well, not all day, but most of it. Snap is back, gets the kick away, wobbly kick. Going to bounce at the 45, fielded there. Watch out. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, down the far sideline. Finally knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Reeves way too much room after the catch.
Yeah, I thought it could be a potential holding at the 50-yard line on that block, but refs disagreed, and that's going to end up a big return. For Lawton, or for Stillwater, excuse me. Is there a flag on the play? Yeah, there is. Can't really see from where I'm at, but
flag down as we're going to have a confab here, and it looks like Lawton Ike is walking upfield, so that should go against Stillwater.
Not sure why the flag was thrown there because they missed a holding at the 50-yard line, but, you know, I guess they'll take it.
A 10-yard penalty, yeah. I don't know if it came after the play.
I guess it was a holding at the 20-yard line or so.
Well, Stillwater's backed up 10. Nothing has really slowed them down offensively tonight, so I don't think they mind that.
Yep, they've scored every possession thus far. One field goal drive in the red zone is their lone blemish, if you want to call it that.
Taptoe going to go for it all. The bomb down the near side, man out there overthrown. I think the wide receiver probably should have just kept running.
Yeah.
Would have kind of dropped that one in his arms. As it is, brings up second 10.
I think he anticipated that ball to be a little bit shorter, but Taptoe was trying to hit him in stride for 6, and I'm with Dave on that. I blame the receiver.
Well, the receiver was expecting to tap his toes down.
Don't even start with that.
We got way too much game to start that.
I'm in no mood.
Handoff up the middle, gaping hole. Spin to 25, down to 22-yard line. Good run, first down, Stillwater. That is the wrestling phenom, the 5'7", 189-pound. Well, I don't know. I'm looking at the wrong sheet here. I gotcha. Yeah, number 3, Jaden Adams.
Really liked what I've seen out of Adams here tonight. He's a strong runner. Finds the hole quickly and bursts through it.
Taptoe hands it off to Adams. Another huge hole. That time bounces it to the outside. Call it again a 6. Bring up second down and roughly 5 for Stillwater.
I would expect these Stillwater starters to be done at the half, considering they just came off a grueling loss to Carl Albert in the fourth quarter, and you want to save them for the rest of the season.
Tapto, Bauer bunch set. He's going to roll
Got
to
the
the
tight
right.
end.
He throws in the end zone. That is going to be, I think, picked off on the undercut. It is indeed by Lawton Ike. Makes a play when they had to have it. And the Eagles turn over Tapto in the red zone.
Yeah, and Dave, when Tapto watches the film on that, he's going to be kicking himself. He had the tight end on that little slip route to the outside, probably for a touchdown, but he decides to throw it down the field instead. And the Eagles were all over it, stepping in front of the receiver for the interception. And there's some momentum for this Eisenhower team that has lacked just that all season long.
That was number 41, Dexter Jackson. Made a great play and undercut the route. Comes up with a huge turnover. That's the good news. The bad news, the Eagles have to start inside their 5, and all they've done on offense is go backwards tonight.
Yep, you want to make sure, if you're not going to score here, to at least get a clean punt off. Seen a lot of negative plays, so you want to try to avoid the safety.
Giles in the shotgun, handoff. Ooh, I don't know if he got out. They're going to mark safety. That is a safety for Stillwater. Is Tellis Weaver could not get out of the end zone, and that's what we just talked about. They've done nothing but go backwards tonight, and you've got to try to get out and avoid the safety, and that is exactly what happened.
Yeah, I think Stillwater knew a run was coming there. They sold out for the run, and even a big bowling ball like Tellis Weaver is not going to be able to get out of 3 Stillwater defenders tackling him. Results in the safety, and makes you wonder, maybe Stillwater threw the pick on purpose to get the 2 there and then
get it back.
Try to get a touchdown the way back, but I'm just joking.
Well, that's kind of a microcosm in a nutshell of Lawton Ike this year. You've got one good play and a whole lot of bad sandwiched around it the rest of the time.
And never 2 good plays in a row.
You got to feel for these kids. They come off, or they're excited. You just got to pick, and you got to go right back on after your offense gives up a safety. That's been the story all season long.
I think the defense has improved as this season has gone on. You know, I don't think they played their best game tonight ever. Way too many chunk yardage plays, but at the same time, they have had some bright spots.
Passing defense, I think, has been pretty good.
Yeah, passing defense has had some real bright spots this season. They should be proud of that. But again, when you're out there for the majority of the game, these good offenses are going to find ways to exploit you. And a safety in your own end zone definitely does not help.
So free kick coming for Lawton Ike as they surrender the safety and trail it 33-0. Foot to leather, straightaway kick, bounces 35, fielded there. 30, 35, nobody around, 50, 45, cuts it outside, 40, watch out. Another cut, 35, and is going to skid out of bounds, flag down behind the play, and we'll wait the white cap and see what that's about. I assume would be a hold on Stillwater Reeves, but again, just the coverage team, there's not anybody really close to these Stillwater wide receivers after they catch the football.
Yeah, this should be coming back for a hold if I had to guess. And way too many penalties for Stillwater here tonight. I mean, their coaching staff cannot be too pleased with what they've done in the penalty department. Obviously, you're never going to complain about a 33-0 lead, but about 4 or 5 offsides here so far tonight and 2 holdings. So I would not be encouraged by that, and I guarantee you they're going to be doing some up-downs in practice due to these penalties.
Hold on the Pioneers, so they'll bring the football back to the 44-yard line of Lawton Ike. Once again, Stillwater starts in Lawton Ike territory with 5:44 to go. They lead it 33-0. So we'll see if the starters indeed wrap it up at the half, and a touchdown here would make it even 40 going to the locker room. Tapto in the shotgun, hands off, straight up the middle, huge hole, 35, bounces outside 30, 25, 20, 15, finally wrestled down at the 12-yard line.
And at this point, they're going to run the football a lot, considering the lead. So defensively, you got to start selling out for the run, in my opinion, and leaving those man-on-man islands on the outside. Because, honestly, your pass defense has been pretty good for the majority of the season. So If you're weaker in the run department, Dave, I would blitz more people than you need.
Here's a snap, handoff to Adams, makes a man miss in the backfield. 5, head down into the end zone, and that is a touchdown for Stillwater. Well, I'm not sure how many times Lawton Ike will get into the red zone this season, tonight especially, so I'm going to go ahead and read this off. The red zone is sponsored by Taco Mayo. Yum, sounds good right now. Taco Mayo has been Oklahoma's most creative, fun, and fresh spot in your neighborhood. Totally unexpected Tex-Mex favorites throughout Lawton. Well, it is 39-0 with still 5 to go before halftime. PAT attempt is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field, 40-0. This is Lawton Ike football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
The heart of Oklahoma, where your home isn't just a place, it's your peace. At Century Roofing, we understand the importance of protecting your peace. We're experts in roofing technology, techniques, and customer service because we care about Oklahoma and we care about you. At Century Roofing, we combine quality craftsmanship and exceptional service because your home deserves the best. Century Roofing, staying on guard for Oklahoma.
Welcome back to Lawton, Oklahoma, as we've got another kickoff presented by Wayne's Drive-In. Hit them up. I might hit them up after this game's over. We'll see if we get a running clock. That better be blasphemy I hear behind me, as Reeves said he thinks they're closed. Need official confirmation on that.
I think they wrap it up early, but maybe Wayne can text in and let us know.
Wayne, stay open just for us.
I think he makes the decision on that, I would have to guess.
We'll be there, so stay open just for Reeves and I. Pioneers kick off again. That one is going to head out of bounds. So a mistake made on the special teams aspect for the Pioneers, and Lawton Ike will start 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Big mistake in the NFL game last night on a kickoff as the Cardinals come back from 14 down to tie it in the 4th. 30 seconds left, and then on the new kickoff rules, if you don't get it past the 20, it comes out to the 40, and that's exactly what happened. One pass later, the Seahawks are in field goal range, and the rest was history. So
I don't like the new kickoff rules.
Yeah, I don't either, but you cannot make that mistake in the modern day and kick it short, especially in a spot like that.
Kicker, millions of bucks. Kick it in the right zone, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was a huge mistake by the Cardinals kicker and ends up losing them the game last night, 23-20 in a thriller from the desert.
And what's the bummer for the Cardinals, they just lost to the Niners last week by a field goal.
Two divisions.
At the
Two
buzzer.
division losses, back-to-back weeks, heartbreakers.
Pulling for old Kyler Murray. Mighty Mouse. Giles in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers left and none to the right. Snap, handoff, hitting the backfield, trying to get back line of scrimmage. They're going to give him forward progress. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I would tend to guess his time in Arizona is wrapping up.
Agreed.
8-22 against his own division, I believe, which I'm not completely blaming on him.
I don't know if he goes or Gannon goes first.
I would guess both, honestly. I would rebuild that team. The defense is good is the problem. The defense kept him in it. That offense is not very good, though.
Well, they are missing James Conner. I'll give them that.
Yeah, that's a tough one to miss. And then Marvin Harrison Jr. turned it around in the second half.
He's just not been what I thought.
But, yeah, that first half, just mind-blowing, mind-numbing plays.
Drops, man.
Drops leading to picks. Bad stuff.
Knighton in motion. Giles pulls it. It's a good thing. Ducks it up inside. He gets to the 38-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Knighton paid the price there for being the decoy, if you will, on that read option jet sweep. So good on him standing in there and selling it.
Giles pulled it out of the belly of Knighton. Knighton got poleaxed, but a decent gain. Brings up 3rd down and call it 7. Giles all alone in the backfield. Stillwater showing a 5-man front. Play clock down to 10. Giles claps his hands. He's got it. Back to pass. Throws it near side. Screen set up. 40. 45. He's got the 1st down out over the 47-yard line. Reeves and flags down. That might be a face mask on top.
Yeah, and if they're going to play 10 yards off of your guys, throw that screen. Go ahead. My problem with it was earlier, Dave, they were playing press coverage. So that's a totally different recipe there. But, yeah, hopefully this one's a face mask.
Flags down at the end of the play. No indication yet, but if I had to guess, that would be going against the Pioneers. We got a personal foul against Stillwater.
And talk about a wind-up for that. Bang, personal foul. Man, that was something from our official there. He's locked in.
Our Whitecap came to officiate tonight.
I mean, he must think the NFL scouts are here tonight looking for replacement refs because he winded up for that personal foul.
Matt Goldbranson told us he listened to softball one night. Reeves Mitchell said respect. I'm going to say respect to the Whitecap tonight.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest softball guy, but hey, to each their own.
Oh, they've kicked us off of baseball calls, so I get it. Giles in the shotgun, throws, has a man caught, and blasted down out over the 30-yard line. They're going to put it right at the 30. Again, a well-executed play, and Lawton Ike's got something going here.
Yeah, safe to say Patty Gasso does not give a flip about high school baseball.
State championships especially. Giles in the gun. Stillwater shows blitz. Giles backs away now, looks at the coaching staff. We're under 4 to go. Well, Lawton Knight closing in on their second score of the season, perhaps. Knighton in motion. Giles throws it to nobody, and that's
a fumble, right? Or no,
incomplete pass, underhand pass behind line of scrimmage. It ruled incomplete.
That's why you do that play, Dave. That's why you toss it in front of you instead of handing it off.
Well, even still, Lawton Knight dodged a huge bullet right there.
No doubt, that could have been intercepted.
I'm not quite sure what happened on the play as Giles flipped it to air, and no harm, no foul. 3rd down and 4 for the Eagles.
2 plays to pick up 4 yards here, Dave.
Giles in the gun. Knighton in motion. Giles has it. Back to pass. Throws.
To nobody.
I don't know if Knighton stopped the route. He was supposed to be on the wheel or what. Miscommunication. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I think if they just swung it out to him there, he had a pretty good chance of the 1st down, but another miscommunication. Back-to-back plays leading to a 4th and 4, and story of the season right there, just not being able to capitalize when good plays are sitting right in front of you.
Well, as you mentioned, they had 2 plays. This is it. 4th down and 4 have not been in opposing territory much the first 4 games of the year. Giles in the gun. He's got it. Back to pass. Throws. Caught. 1st down. 20-yard line. Doesn't know what to do. 15. He's going to be dropped right there. And guess what? Lawton Ike is in the Taco Mayo red zone. Creative, fun, and fresh neighborhood. Totally unexpected Tex-Mex favorites throughout Lawton and Oklahoma. Here we go.
What have we been saying all night? If they don't, well, there you go.
Handoff to Tellis Weaver. He's got a decent hole down across the 10-yard line. So a decent gain on 1st down brings up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, Dave, if they're not going to guard the slot,
if
they're gonna play 15 yards off of him, do exactly what you just did on that 4th down. Throw a little quick slant to him and let him work.
Giles has it. Throws. It is going to be intercepted at the 5-yard line. 10, 15, 25, 30, 35. He's got one man to beat, and he's going to beat him. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Stillwater. So Lawton Ike knocking on the door of their first point since week 1, and Giles throws it right to the middle backer for the Pioneers, and that's 6 points.
Looked like he just panicked there and was looking towards the end zone. Both receivers were in the end zone, and he throws it well short.
Wow.
Leading to the interception, and that's just a straight-up heartbreaker right there. I mean, this is tough, folks. I don't really know what else to tell you. This is really tough.
Yeah, you kind of run out of things to say.
There's no more sugarcoating at a certain point.
46-0, and we still have 2:29 to go before halftime. Yeah, rough year for Lawton.
And a good drive there. I mean, a positive drive where you're able to get to the red zone as the PAT is good. And it ends in disaster, as so many drives have.
47-0, 2:29 to go before halftime. Lawton Ike football, Oklahoma Sports Network.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. Our services are for everybody, from small businesses to contractors to construction companies and everyone in between. We are a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. We're Waste Solutions.
Welcome back to Lawton, Oklahoma. Want to thank our quarter sponsors here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Second quarter presented by Pam and Barry RE/MAX. Nobody sells more real estate than Pam and Barry with RE/MAX. They're not bragging. They're just applying for a job. Call them 248-8800. A stunned Lawtonite crowd looking on who thought they were going to celebrate. At least some points on the board goes the other way for a pick six, a 96-yard
Oh, man,
pick
stop
six.
her catching these.
Another fair catch on a pooch kick, but a 96-yard pick six ends the threat of all things. As Reeves said, you run out of things to say after a while. I'm getting close.
Yeah, just take this one to half, honestly. I mean,
just take a knee.
Don't want to if Stillwater scores another touchdown, this will be their biggest deficit of the season at halftime, I believe. I think it was 51 before that, something along those lines. Man, that was a big chance right there to score a touchdown, and it was a great throw the play before on a 4th and 4. As you get a first down by 20 yards or so, and then just a rushed pass on the 2nd and goal. Throw it straight to the defender, leads to the pick six, and disapproval from the fans, obviously.
Well, Giles is back out at quarterback. He has not led a scoring drive in 3.5 games. Hands it off up the middle, stacked up and dropped right there at the line of scrimmage. Bring up 2nd and 10. More important, the clock runs.
Yeah, and thank goodness the 2-minute warning hasn't come
Yeah,
to high school yet. Who just called timeout? Oh, man.
Wow.
All right.
We'll keep it here, folks, but this is as bad as it gets.
Timeout presented by Ace Hardware, Dave's favorite store in the world, basically Disney World for Dave.
Tell us where you went to get keys made, Reeves.
It was at Ace Hardware.
They have them up in the city?
And they did a fine job. Even gave me a camo key, which I was not expecting, but it was a pleasant surprise.
That's something I would have ordered.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know they had those. I should have. Ace has everything.
I guess I haven't tested the keys out yet, so I can't say if they work or not, but I would guarantee Ace Hardware did a fine job on them.
Don't worry, I'll be snagging yours and making myself a copy so I can come up and crash anytime I need.
Yeah, I can envision you on my couch in the near future for sure.
Do a little work at the franchise and boogie on over to Reeves.
Hopefully watch a closer football game than this, but...
Well, Lawton Ike had a decent drive put together last time. We'll see if they can do it again. The rush is on. Giles overthrows his target. And that will stop the clock yet again. They are one more play away from giving Stillwater the ball back.
Stillwater back in their junk defense. That's what I'm calling it from here on out. I don't know what else to call it.
I got no problem with that.
As they're lining 3 yards off of the line of scrimmage and sending pretty much everybody that's lined up there, leaving man-to-man across the board. And Lawton Ike has had no solution to it thus far.
3rd down and 10. Giles has it. Rush is on. He doesn't see it. He says he throws. Good throw. Caught out of the 35-yard line. Going to be really close to a first down. Depends on the spot. He's got it. Moved the chains. That time Giles stood in, took the hit, delivered a strike.
I'll tell you what, Joshua Williams, the slot receiver, has had himself a night. Probably at least over 40 yards receiving at this point on about 4 catches. And he's done a really good job getting himself open all night long.
Number 13, the sophomore, Joshua Williams, as Stillwater shows their junk, and they're coming with it. Giles has it. Nice evasion in the backfield and does the right thing, throws it away as he's hit. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, you know, there's been a lot of blame cast on Giles this season, which some of it is warranted for sure, but I'm just watching the effort of the receivers down the field, and it's not adequate. I mean, number 82, not to call anybody out, but you got to reroute back to the football and try to find yourself open, especially when your quarterback is rolling out. And, Dave, it's almost like they're just stopping their routes.
A lot of that's coaching, though, you got to remember.
Yeah, they're just stopping their routes and not rerouting for your quarterback, so there's really nowhere for him to go down the field. That's something that needs to be fixed.
You got to coach that into your wide receivers always. Giles has it. Blitz is on. Throws over the middle. It is caught. Dropped by our man, Joshua Williams. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, I can't blame him there. That was what you call a hospital ball where you're setting your receiver up to get clocked, and that's exactly what happens, as that's a big hit across the middle. And it seems like Stillwater has figured out that Joshua Williams is the main target for Giles here tonight.
Well, Williams a part of a big shift here as they bring all their wide receivers in. Play clock is down to 13. Lawton just getting set. Williams in the slot, top of the field, ball in the near hash. Lawton moves left to right. Giles in the shotgun. He's got it. Blitz is on. Throws. It is deflected and intercepted. Pioneers have it. Coming back the other way. 45, 40. Makes a cut. Evades a tackle. Still on his feet. 30-yard line. 25 and dropped right there. So another interception from Amir Giles on a deflected pass, and a very dejected-looking defense takes the field for the Eagles.
Yeah, that ball was tipped up in the air, and the safety was just sitting in the perfect spot to get under it for the interception. And way too many turnovers here tonight. Not sure what else to say about the matter.
Well, still a minute 25 to go, and Stillwater has been scoring on an average of every 2 plays. So in good position to get over 50.
I expect them to run the ball here, so you should be selling out for the run. Never
Tapto
mind.
has it. Back to pass. Throws. Got a man open. It is caught for a touchdown for Stillwater on the post. As he beat his man in man-to-man coverage. That was number 1, Deacon Jones, who's been everywhere tonight. Good throw by Tapto, and it's 53-0.
Well, I was wrong there. They run the play action. Did not expect them to do that. Already up 47, but
a little salt in the wound.
You know, I can't blame a team for still throwing in the first half on the same note. You know,
True.
These guys are trying to get better, and that's exactly what they do. Play action makes the corner bite. Post route over the top of the defense is wide open, and well over half 100 here in the first half.
Well, 1:19 to go before halftime. New score 54-0. This is Lawton Ike Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
Welcome back. Cameron University on this beautiful Friday night in Lawton, Oklahoma. Dave Myrick, Reeves Mitchell, Lawton Ike Football, the Oklahoma Sports Network. Reeves, you got a trivia question for us yet?
That'll be a second half.
Okay, needs more
task.
time. Thinking cap is not quite on yet.
No, it is not.
Okay. I don't
Does it
blame
have
you.
to pertain to this team?
It can be whatever you want it to be.
Okay, well, that's easier.
That's scary. Wayne's kickoff. Another one is going to be fair caught with nobody around 15 yards, and Lawton Ike will take over once again, 1st and 10.
Once again, just try to get this to halftime.
Well, they're out of timeouts, I do believe. So, barring 3 incompletions, we should get to the locker room with it 54-0.
I wouldn't assume anything at this point.
Let me do some math here. 48, 58, 107, 111, 154. I think so far, Lawton Ike's been outscored this season 207-6.
Oh, boy.
I don't know of any other loss.
Is that good or bad?
That's probably on the bad side.
All right. Thank you for clarifying.
That would probably have to compete with
Kent State.
Some of the worst around is Lott Nike in the shotgun. It might be a quarterback draw. I hope it is.
Maybe a screen or a jet sweep.
Giles is going to keep it, and he's mauled in the backfield. Looked like that was a miscommunication with a handoff to Knighton. Knighton would have been stuffed as well. But more importantly, the clock runs. 1:05 to go before halftime.
Don't think Stillwater's mean enough to burn their timeouts here, Dave.
Agreed. And I'm with you on throwing up, even 47-0. You got to let your quarterbacks.
Yeah, I agree. I wasn't trying to throw shade on them.
No.
I just expected a run.
Stillwater jumps offsides again, and that will stop our clock.
Their coaches are not going to be pleased about all these penalties, I can tell you that. It's just a 54-0 lead. It's hard to get mad on your team in any circumstance, but if there is something to complain about on the Stillwater side of things, too many penalties.
Giles throws it out far side, caught, turns upfield out to the 35-yard line. And that should do it unless Lott Nike wants to run another play.
They got a stoppage of some sort.
The clock's still running.
Well, maybe not.
Got a flag down, I believe.
Clock should not be running then, but I'm not going to tell them.
I'm not either. They're going to back up Lott Nike. Now it's got it stopped at 16. Well, this officiating crew signed up for 48, buddy. Nothing is going by them. Kudos.
No doubt. They're graded each week, and they want to make the correct calls, which they've done a pretty good job thus far here tonight. Been on top of the offsides, that's for sure.
Reeves' mother, Charlotte, back up in OKC watching us tonight. Got excited on the interception. We did too. I'm momentarily excited, and it was quickly lost. Charlotte's Web, one of my favorite movies growing up. Giles keeps it, quarterback draw, cuts to the near side. He's got some blocks, but cuts it back in towards the defense, and he's going to be stuffed right there. And that should be the last play of the first half. Well, Reeves, to recap the first half, a lot of bad for Lott Nike. Really nothing to look at outside of our man, number 13, Joshua Williams, the sophomore slot receiver, had a good game. Number 4, the defensive back for Lott Nike, Deontay Johnson, with a really nice defensive series as well. Beyond that, I've got nothing good for this team.
Yeah, a good interception in the red zone, but as we've talked about all season long, you have to stack good plays upon one another. The direct next play ends in a safety, and as Dave said, it's really just a microcosm of what has happened all season long. So, got to come out with better effort in the second half, and I expect a running clock as well.
Yeah, we'll, you know what, it's not all bad, folks. We got, again, Friday Night Lights, high school football, as kids are on the field with the Palm squads, and you can still enjoy the pageantry of high school football. Just if you're a Lott Nike fan, it's going to be a very
really good Stillwater team, too, on the other side. I've been impressed with them. Lott Nike, yet again, just outclassed and outmatched in a game like this, and it's tough. They have a really brutal schedule for a rebuilding team that is never a good recipe to combine.
Yeah, there's some issues to work out, no doubt, but we're, not even halfway through yet. Now, we'll be back after the halftime break and then take you the rest of the way in this one. Again, at the half, Lott Nike trails 54-0 to Stillwater. Lott Nike football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sidelined by surgery, illness, injury? Valor Physical Therapy can help. At Valor PT, our skilled therapists create a rehabilitation program individualized for you, with education and encouragement each step of the way. Whether it's sports or the activities of life, let Valor get you back in the game. Start now at 405-609-3637. No referral needed. Mention this ad and get a free t-shirt at your first appointment.
Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Bridges, and after 30 years of practicing dentistry in Lawton, Fort Sill, Southwest Oklahoma, I need some help. Please welcome our new associate dentist, Dr. Chandler Harbin. Dr. Harbin brings a gentle touch to our ever-expanding dental practice in order to make your visit one that exceeds your expectations. Even more things to smile about is our partnership with 3 major dental insurance companies, United Concordia, Delta Dental Premier, and Health Choice. Come schedule an appointment with Dr. Harbin or myself by calling 580-248-6700.
Rule number 6, be the truck authority. That's the Billingsley way. At Billingsley, we're proud to offer hundreds of Ford trucks for your selection. And if you know a thing or two about saving money, we bet you know Billingsley.
I'm Grant in Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Tayco Roofing now offers free instant quotes. Just go to TaycoRoofing.com and click free instant quote. Enter your address and click see my price. Roof repair doesn't have to be stressful. Get a free instant quote and trust Tayco.
In the far corner of Southwest Oklahoma, you'll find a place that gives you the opportunity to pursue a degree while helping ease your mind when it comes to financial stress. Western Oklahoma State College offers a variety of options to fit your needs, both face-to-face and online. From managing a farm or ranch to saving lives as a registered nurse, Western will help turn your goals into your future. At Western Oklahoma State College, you are more than just a number. You are a member of the Pioneer family. Make Western your home away from home. Your degree is closer than you think.
Firehouse Subs is stacked to satisfy. Every sub's piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and bold flavor in every bite. All served on a freshly toasted roll. Big portions, no shortcuts. Just crave-worthy subs made to truly satisfy. And at Firehouse Subs, every bite makes an impact. A portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. Download the Firehouse Subs app and get up to $10 off your first order. Skip the line, stack the flavor, and support your local heroes. Only at Firehouse Subs. At participating U.S. restaurants.
At Arvest Bank, we believe home ownership makes families and communities stronger. Whether it's your first home, a fixer-upper, or your forever home, we're here to help put home ownership within reach. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank, we believe.
Aero Sign Company is now Fusion Sign and Design, continuing to serve all of Oklahoma and surrounding states for the past 70 years. Their focus has always been driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom work and installation to excellent service, they have the knowledge and expertise to help you along the way. And making your image stand out and last for years to come. The all-new Fusion Sign and Design. Phone 353-2227.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Barres Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Barres, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Barres Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First, loyal to Oklahoma, loyal to you.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success, and finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed, because your success is our success.
Lawton's premier full-service garden center is Bedrock Nursery at 1802 Northwest 67th Street. Serving all of Southwest Oklahoma since 1994, they are your source for homegrown bedding plants and offer a wide range of services, including landscape design and installation. They are your full-service garden center. Bedrock Nursery, 1802 Northwest 67th Street in Lawton. Bedrock Nursery. Come see the difference.
Check out the new Westside Ace Hardware and Carpet One. Our huge showroom is filled with the latest in home flooring and stocked with all your project needs. Come in today and see what you've been missing. The new Westside Ace Hardware and Carpet One, directly behind Wayne's Drive-In on Cache Road. Experience the new Westside Carpet One. Our showroom is filled with the latest floor covering and interior design trends, and our experienced staff will make your satisfaction a priority. The all-new Westside Carpet One, behind Wayne's Drive-In on Cache Road.
Of Jake Herbert and Gianna Hogue, and soloist Cynthia Murphy on piccolo. Drum major, is your band ready?
So, not real big on paying bank fees? Well, that's okay. It means you're smart with your money and you know how to get a good deal. You're a credit union kind of person, and Communication Federal is your kind of credit union. In fact, PayMe Checking puts real money right into your account when you use your Visa debit card, online or in stores. PayMe Checking, the free account that pays you only from Communication Federal Credit Union.
Step into the best chapter of your life, one with rheumatology care from a provider who focuses on your well-being and getting you back to what matters most. Dr. Shahzad is dedicated to building long-lasting relationships based on trust and medical integrity with every single patient. Schedule your telemedicine appointment today. Don't let rheumatoid arthritis or other inflammatory conditions stop you from enjoying life. MMG, the power of many for the benefit of one.
Welcome back to Cameron University. Beautiful Lawton, Oklahoma. Lawton Ike football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Those of you still with us at the half. Stillwater, a bit of a lead against the Eagles, 54-0. Dave Myrick along with Reeves Mitchell. Reeves recapping the first half. We got really excited because Lawton Ike looked like they might get points, and then a 96-yard pick six happened, and that's where we're at.
Yeah, that was a really tough end to that drive for Lawton Ike. We'll see if they can come out this half and get on the scoreboard, something they have really struggled with so far this season.
Well, we got about 22 seconds to go left on the board. Of course, they'll put some more time up to let the teams do their thing and warm up a little bit. Well, Amir Giles, the quarterback for Lawton Ike, has shown a little bit of good. A whole lot of still needing to be coached up on some things. Reeves put the ball in harm's way too often. Got 2 interceptions, 1 return to the house. The run game really hasn't amassed much of anything, so I'm not quite sure where they go in the second half besides maybe try to just execute the small stuff.
Yeah, I would agree. Just try to build some momentum for next week with where they will be traveling to Southmore. Which, thankfully for me, is much closer than Lawton is. So
Yeah.
that is a positive going into next week.
I'm just impressed at your geographical skills. You know it's closer to home than Lawton.
Yeah, I figured out that Southmore is, in fact, in Moore. And that was my big breakthrough of the half.
Reeves asked at the half, where's Southmore? Is it close to Westmore? I said, no, it's south of it. still in Moore. Yeah, we're getting Reeves there. We're getting you guys there to closer to the finish line as Stillwater's on the field going through some warm-ups, and Lawton Ike down to our right on the field. I see a couple different guys playing catch. It looks like Amir Giles will indeed still be quarterback for the Eagles. Reeves had an entire half, and now a halftime to come up with a great trivia question. I'm just dying to know what it is.
Maybe where's Southmore located?
Oh, wait, you're serious.
Yeah, we're still thinking on that one. Come back to me into the third. That's when we'll have a great fourth quarter trivia question for you.
Well, speaking of that third quarter, it's going to be brought to you by Sovereign Bank. Big plays, loud crowds, and a hometown bank that's always on your team. Sovereign Bank, proud to support our community, member FDIC. Equal housing lender, 2 locations in Lawton. Shout out to all of our sponsors. We could not do what we do without you guys or our tremendous OSN crew on hand. Nate the Great operating our camera tonight, and of course our big-time producer, the man in the middle, the man with the plan, pressing all the right buttons, keeping us on air this evening and all season long as we've got you covered. Lawton Ike football. Apt to be a long year. It's been a long season so far, but hey, you know what? You love your team. You show up. You watch them, win or lose. And this is going to be a season that I think, Reeves, this team can look back on and start to grow, whether it's, you know, with new coaching staff or the one that remains.
Yep, agreed. I mean, you just got to do your best to move forward the best you can and try to take a lot of lessons out of this season because it has not gone your way thus far, and that's underselling it. College football updates.
please.
Number 8, Florida State, tied with Virginia in Charlottesville, where I believe Virginia plays. 28-all, just now starting the fourth quarter. That's a fun one there. And then just getting underway, well, just about the end of the first quarter, I guess. TCU 7, Arizona State 0, and Tempe. And the night game, which I'm hoping to catch a little bit of, though I think it's going to be a blowout, is Houston traveling to Oregon State. 3-0 against 0-4 in that one. So a tough season for Oregon State thus far. That record is similar to the Lawton Ike record. So
yeah, Houston, coached by Willie Fritz. Those of you that remember the Tulane team with Michael Pratt that came in and pushed Oklahoma to the brink when they had Lincoln Riley when they rescheduled due to a hurricane. That was Willie Fritz, Tulane Green Wave team. He would then go on to beat USC in the Cotton Bowl. While Lincoln was with USC, then made the move to Houston. He's got the Cougars off and running this season.
Yeah, and these teams left out of the Pac-12 that were kind of banished from the Pac-12, if you want to say, for whatever reason. Oregon State and Washington State. Obviously, Washington State losing John Mateer and some other players in the portal, and then Oregon State 0-4 on the year. Dave, they have really suffered since they were excommunicated, if you want to say that, from the conference, and it's kind of sad to see once kind of passionate programs there in the Pac-12, they have really fallen off, and it's kind of the modern day college football. Like, I don't think they have enough funds really to keep up with the big dogs anymore, and that's probably one of the reasons they're not in the Pac-12 anymore. But Dave, they can't even really compete with the lower tiers of the FBS anymore. It's kind of a sad sight to see in this new NIL era.
Yeah, football definitely behind. Baseball for the Beavers and Oregon State not behind. They're one of the best year in, year out. Yeah, sad to see in football.
So are they still in the Pac-12 in baseball, or how does that work?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'll have to research that. And another weird thing with those two teams this season is they play each other twice on the year. Once at Oregon State and once at Washington State.
In football?
Uh-huh. They're playing each other twice this year because they couldn't find enough teams to schedule them.
Oh, brother. How the mighty have fallen.
Yep.
I think Oregon State, just a guess, I think they made the move in baseball to the Big Ten. I think. Just in baseball, though.
Maybe so. I want to say those teams joined the WAC in football.
We might need to have that be our trivia question. What conference is Oregon State baseball in?
I'm for it.
I think we can.
I don't know it either.
I mean, we'll get you the answer, but that's going to be our trivia question tonight. What conference?
I'm sure people are dying to know the
is
answer to
Oregon
that.
State baseball in? And that's going to be our trivia question. We'll have the answer for you here in just a little bit. Tap toe, jet sweep on the far side. Watch out. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, and tackled out of bounds right there. Huge play for Stillwater out of the gate.
Looks like some backups in the game here, and that's just a simple jet sweep along the left side. Poor tackling leads to the big gain.
Well, how the first half started, the second half begins.
Yeah, looks like we have the answer here, Dave, if we want to go ahead and give it or not.
Yeah, the trivia question of the night, which that is sponsored by Comanche Home Center. Shop at Ace Hardware. All your grill hardware, home improvement, lawn and garden needs. Reeves, what's the answer?
So kind of a complex answer here. They're going to rejoin the Pac-12 in baseball starting in 2027. But for the next 2 years, Dave, they're in the WCC in baseball.
Really? In baseball?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm sure they'll run that conference as we see a run up the middle.
Handoff up the middle down to the 23. They are running it. I know they hosted regionals in Corvallis last year.
They might have been in the Pac-12 last year, but it says for the next 2 years they're in the WCC before rejoining the Pac-12 in 27.
Well, good luck to the WCC teams. Got to play Oregon State.
Adley Rutschman went there.
Yeah, that's right.
Nick Madrigal. Trying to think of some others, but
Madrigal, good pull.
Yeah. They've had some real good players there in Corvallis.
Back-to-back national champions back in the teens. We got a fake handoff, roll out, flag on the backside. Decides to keep it, and he will scamper out of bounds close to the 15-yard line.
Looks like the backup QB there.
That would be number 8. Mitchell Bradford, and I never got a chance to say tap-toe or tiptoe anything.
There's a Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell Bradford. Phoebe Mitchell out there listening with little baby Dave. Hope everything's well.
Baby Mitchell.
Yeah, I know she loves that. We got a hold on the Pioneers. Clock runs on the flag. We do have a running clock the second half.
Beautiful. Backup running back number 47. We'll get a name on that momentarily.
Another good one. We got Kai Knowles as the backup running back.
Kai, kind of a popular name.
It is.
Recently. K-A-I.
It's up there with Jackson with an X.
Yeah. That's gained popularity as well.
Kai Knowles, gaping hole up the middle. He puts the head down, still going. He's just about to the original line of scrimmage before the hold. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Backup receivers in the game as well. One of them, number 24, Jamal Livingston.
Another flag down, another hold.
Backup offensive line struggling just a little bit.
And this officiating crew is not going to miss it if you grab anybody. I mean, they signed up for
learned
all 48. It's very astute crew. Respect.
Number 0, Cyrus Johnson as well. Dave, number 0 did not exist when I was in high school, but
same. Never saw it. Never came close to
that.
That
is now a thing as we get a timeout by somebody. No injury timeout.
We have a Lot Nike player down.
That looks like the kid who got the pick earlier.
Well, we're going to check a number here if we can. Well, they're not stretching him out. Ugh, talking's tough. So that wouldn't represent a cramp. Kind of curious to see what this could be. It might be an air knocked out of him situation. Which, Reeves, if you've ever had that happen, you feel like you're going to die for a few minutes.
Yeah,
and
that happened to me once.
You're like, just leave me alone until I get my life back in the body.
I believe I was in middle school, and I caught an interception, but then fell on the football right on my stomach.
That'll do it.
And, man, I did not know what getting the air knocked out of you meant before that, but I definitely know what it means now. I thought I was going to die for sure.
I was playing pickup basketball and went for a rebound and got undercut, and I went over somebody's back and landed on mine from about 5 feet up in the air, and I thought I was dead. I mean, dead.
That's a
to
horrible
the world.
feeling.
That's a bad feeling. Well, the Lot Nike player is still down as we've stopped the clock. 7:49 to go, third quarter, 54-0. Stillwater on top. This one was all over but the bus rides. Really the second play from offense for Stillwater as they would pop one 60 yards for a touchdown. It's been all Pioneers since. They've done it through the air, on the ground, and special teams, you name it, been the better team tonight. But the man down is indeed the guy that came up, the player that came up with the interception a while back for the Lot Nike.
Dexter Jackson.
Number 41, Dexter Jackson. As they continue to work on Dexter, does not look like he's getting up anytime soon. We're going to take a brief timeout. This is Lawton Eisenhower Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Power Services, the power of quality and comfort, servicing all of Southwest Oklahoma and the surrounding area for the past 40 years. Offering the best service for heating and air for both residential and commercial, geothermal systems, electrical services, and generators are their specialty. Give them a call for all of your heating, air, and electrical needs. Experience the power of quality and comfort with Power Services of Southwest Oklahoma. Give them a call today at 580-875-3645. That's 580-875-3645.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere. Offering non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com or call 800-433-7300.
Welcome back to Cameron University. Dexter Jackson is up as we got a deep pass down the near side. Man is open, and it's caught. Touchdown, Stillwater. A perfect ball from Mitchell. In stride as the go route will add 6 more points for the Pioneers, and it is an even 60-0 Stillwater lead.
Yep, another deep route there that was uncovered. And he walks into the end zone, so this is a bigger lead than it was when we started.
I think that's how math works. Okay. Snap back. It's bobbled. It's on the ground. We're going to stay at 60 as the clock runs. Under 7 to go in the third. 60-0 Stillwater. And this is now the worst beating that Lawton Ike has taken this year.
Yep. That was a tough one there.
Reeves coming off a bye week and 2 weeks of practice. You expect to see a little bit of improvement in just a few areas on a football team. Can you name one tonight that you've seen?
Sorry, what were you saying? One improvement?
Yeah, coming off a bye week.
Well, the pass defense was already pretty solid coming into this week. I liked the interception earlier. The offense, I just don't have a ton. I would say maybe the intermediate passing. You know, they've hit a couple over the middle that have been solid gains, but it seems like for every good play, there must be a bad one right after it.
Well, I don't really see much of an improvement across the board, but it could just be a fact of you've got what you got on the roster, and this is what you're going to get out of them this year. I don't really know where they turn, but things are not good for Lawton Ike football right now. Again, they trail at 60-0. We do have a running clock as we're coming up on 5 to go in the third, and Stillwater will kick off yet again. Presented by Wayne's Drive-In. He is getting his money's worth this season. Kickoff straight away. It's going to be taken at the 5-yard line, and fair caught there.
Maybe a good time to run through some games tomorrow and give me your quick picks.
Let's go.
Notre Dame at Arkansas.
Hogs.
Got the Hogs in the upset. USC, Illinois.
USC, hate to say it.
Trojans win that one for Dave. I've got Illinois in that one.
Okay.
LSU going to Ole Miss. That's the 2:30 ABC slot.
I like Nussmeier. I like LSU. I don't like Lane Kiffin. I'm going to take the Tigers.
All right. Yeah, I think I agree on that one. I'll go LSU. Then Auburn going to A&M. I have a feeling I know where you're going with this one.
Well, Auburn hadn't stopped crying yet from losing to Oklahoma. You got to focus on a top 10 team. They're not. I got A&M winning.
Yep, I would agree. I think A&M wins in a blowout. Seems like Auburn is not very focused as Lawton Eisenhower takes over here from their own 7-yard line, call it.
After a fair catch at their own 7. Weaver.
Good run.
He's still playing hard. Number 28, the true freshman. Well, there's only a freshman in high school, but he's playing hard. Been impressive all season. Number 28, one of the better players for Lawton Ike.
Yep, he's a very solid player. Tellis Weaver never stops keeping those legs churning as he comes up hobbling a little bit, Dave. That's not a good sign.
False start missed as Weaver has it. Burst up the middle, has a first down.
Fumbled, I believe.
Ball. It's on the ground. Let's see.
I think Eagles were able to fall back on it.
That's a first down for Lawton Ike. Yay! Move the chains.
There we go. Good run there. Got to hold on to the football, but
Giles throws it out. It's caught, hit, and dropped. 20-yard line for gain of 2.
And that's a play they should have been running way more earlier in this game, Dave. The safeties have been playing well off the slot receiver, leaving a good chance to throw those hitch routes all night long, and they have just not exploited that the way they should have.
Well, Giles has thrown 2 pick sixes. You remember one of them came trying to hit Eric Knight on one of those hitches. The defensive end read and walked in the end zone. So they've kind of thrown it when they don't need to and not thrown it when they should have. There was one big game you left off, Georgia-Bama.
Yeah, I wasn't done, but
Well, continue by all means.
Well,
Giles has it. Handoff up the middle.
This is a good drive, Dave. We got to lock in.
26-yard line.
Let's see here. Well, We've got some new news in the ACC. Virginia takes the lead.
Oh, Cavaliers.
35-28 over the Noles. We got the game on a phone up here as well, and looks like Virginia upset Florida State many years back and rushed the field. Maybe they can do it again here tonight as Tellis Weaver takes the ball up the middle for a nice run.
Virginia against top 10 opponents. 6-56.
Is that good?
All time. That's not good.
All right,
Mr.
thank
Mitchell.
you. I'm not good at math.
Tonight would make number 7, and that is better, before you ask, than 6.
Well, 6 is the number of points that Lawton Ike has scored on the season, so
we got something going. Lawton Ike, 1st and 10, handoff to Weaver, near side, good hole, up to the 45-46. So Stillwater with a bunch of backups in on defense, and Lawton Ike pushing them around a little bit. You like to see it.
You want to see him go score this drive.
No doubt.
I mean, this has been a solid drive thus far. All runs, well, one pass over the middle to Williams, and then all runs from there to Weaver up the middle. So go get points this drive.
Handoff to Weaver, another good hole. He bangs out over midfield. They're going to spot it at the 47-yard line. Another first down for Lawton Ike. Keep feeding number 28.
Blocking much better this quarter, and I know it's against backups, but they're doing their job up front, giving him some space to make some moves.
Handoff to Weaver, another gaping hole, puts the head down to the 40-yard line. And that'll bring up they put it back at the 41. That'll bring up a second down and call it 4.
Come on, refs. You got an extra yard on that.
Come on. What are we doing here? A minute to go in the third. Fast-paced third quarter. Handoff to Weaver. Puts the head down, stacked up at the line.
You know, great time to fake that handoff and throw it over the top. You've ran it about 5 times in a row now. As Eric Knighton is in the backfield now for the Eagles. See what they do on this third down.
Stillwater runs a man off late. He didn't make it. I don't see a flag down as Knighton is dragged down the 36-yard line. Close to a
move
first
those
down.
chains. Come on. There you
There
go.
we go. The Whitecaps says, I got you. First down, Eagles. 27 seconds to go.
Talk about a fast-paced quarter.
I'm here for it. Giles in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Full blitz for Stillwater. Reads it, throws it too high, incomplete. And that will be the last play of the third quarter. We head to the fourth. 60-0, Stillwater leads. This is Lawton Ike football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton Fort Sill Regional Airport, just 1 mile to anywhere, offering nonstop service to Dallas-Fort Worth. Fast, friendly, and convenient without all the hassles. Easy parking, and with close proximity to your arrivals and departures, all in their newly renovated terminal. Here to there in just 1 mile. To book your mile to anywhere destination from LAW, log on to AA.com. Or call 800-433-7300.
Welcome back. As we head to quarter number 4 here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, Lawton Ike trails 60-0, but they're on the move. Handoff Tellis Weaver, stacked up and dropped line of scrimmage. Dave Myrick, Reeves Mitchell, as we're keeping an eye on the end of this one, as well as Florida State, Virginia. Florida State driving with under 5 to go, trying to get this thing tied up at 35.
Castellanos.
Casty.
You don't want to be named Castellanos in baseball, especially if you're an announcer, Dave.
Close to a first down. Pass incomplete as Giles tried to hit his wide receiver down the near side.
Maybe the biggest mess up in sports commentating history that night.
I'm going to go ahead and say it was. All time.
Oh, man.
Rough deal.
I saw that guy. He got rehired.
He did.
on the CW network to call football. So good for him, man. Made it back to the big leagues.
I don't know if I'll say good for him. I guess it's good he's back.
Comeback story? I don't know.
Throw to the near side. It is out of bounds, incomplete. And if Lawton Ike's going to find points, they're going to have to pick up that was fourth down. The down marker was incorrect. That's a turnover on downs as Stillwater will take over. Well,
between the 30s or so, they really haven't moved it too poorly here tonight, Dave. But once they get across midfield, it's just a bunch of nothing. And another fourth down turnover there. Leads to Stillwater back with possession, and they may just run out the clock on this drive.
Well, they can try, but the guy might run it for a touchdown. They're picking up yards.
Wow, and Florida State picked off.
Oh!
Knowles look to be going down here tonight in Charlottesville. Look at that crowd, Dave.
Virginia going to go 7-56 against top 10 opponents all time tonight. It looks like.
Don't jump the gun yet.
A lot of time left.
Don't jump the gun yet.
Florida State all 3 timeouts. What'd they try, a flea flicker?
They faked the handoff on 4th and 1. And the guy should have. I don't know if it was incomplete or not, but if he caught that was stupid for field position-wise. But players are greedy, Dave. They want that pick.
They want that INT in the stats. We'll keep an eye on that as we got under 10 to go right here. Handoff up the middle. Room to Gallup, 40-45. Has a first down for Stillwater.
Out in Tempe, it's 14-0. TCU now over the Devils.
Come on, Devils.
I will say, Dave, it is not the same Sun Devils squad this year as the
Scataboo
college football playoff almost got to the national championship, I believe.
One play away.
Yeah, from beating Texas.
4th and 11.
Dave, the quarterback Levitt came back. The receiver Tyson came back, but you hit the nail on the head. The big missing key there, Cam Scatabo, who's having a good year for the Giants so far.
I spent some time in Tempe at ASU. That crushed me last year. They couldn't stop Texas 4th and 11.
Well, some bad calls in that game.
There
was.
Sure.
The targeting.
Ugh. But when it gets down to it, you got to stop somebody on 4th and 11. You have to.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
Good throw by.
We're not gonna take out our inner Auburn fan in us.
No.
And complain.
You tip your cap.
But that was a much worse call than what we saw in Norman. That's for sure.
What I don't get about Auburn, they've been told Oklahoma cleared the play with the SEC crew, so therefore there is no cheating. Be quiet, take your loss, move on to A&M.
No, you should just complain about it and not focus on the next week. That's
I'm good with that. They're going to make me cheer for A&M, something I never thought possible. Handoff, sweeping near side, good pursuit. Going to be dragged down about the 47-yard
line. Well, those late games, what are you thinking? Oregon travels to Penn State. That's one of the night games. You got a feel on that?
I do. I like the Ducks because James Franklin still coaches Penn State.
Yeah, I definitely like the coaching matchup for Oregon in that one. I like Dan Lanning a whole lot more than James Franklin. I'm going to go with Penn State, though. I just think they've been saving some things for this game. I think in the whiteout, when they normally play so well, they will show up and beat the Ducks tomorrow night. The other one, Bama travels to Georgia.
Between the hedges.
Between the hedges it is, as we see a screen pass out to the left. Nice tackle by Lawton Eisenhower to get him down at the 50. What's your feel on the Tide and the Bulldogs?
Well, I think people put too much stock in the Florida State loss for Alabama. I think they're better than that. Ty Simpson has looked pretty good all year. That being said, between the hedges, I've got to go with Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. Battle-tested, big road win at Tennessee already.
Saw that spread's gone all the way down to 2.5.
That's a pick-em.
Only Georgia favored. Pretty crazy. Vegas seems to like Bama a lot. I'll go with Vegas, I guess, and take the Tide, but I'm not very confident in it.
Nice play-action fake. Quarterback rolls far side. That's a Mitchell. He's going to be tripped up. Call it the 40-yard line. He's got the first down. Move the chains. We're under 7 to go.
Yep, nice run there to the outside.
So you got Bama going between the hedges and winning.
I don't love it, but I just got a feeling, Dave. I got a weird feeling that Ty Simpson's going to outplay old Gunnar Stockton tomorrow night.
Gunnar Stockton, a long line of Georgia quarterbacks. It looks like they should be selling insurance, but they're very good college quarterbacks.
Well, he probably will be selling insurance after the season.
High snap. He's got it. Handoff, hitting the backfield. Tackled right there. Well done. Well, not a lot of positives to point to tonight for Lott and Ike, but the crowd has had fun. The band has done their job keeping people entertained. Hopefully we've kept a few of you guys watching entertained tonight. Thanks for being with us all season long. Of course, we'll be back at it next week on the road at Southmore, as Reeves found out that's south of Moore.
Yep, figured out where Southmore is. It is south of Moore. So
there we go.
Groundbreaking stuff here tonight on the booth.
High snap. Handle, throws out, man wide open, 30-yard line, puts the head down to the 26. Call 25, and that's another first down for the Pioneers.
I'm just missing saying tap toe at this point.
I know, and we got no scenario to say he tapped his toes somewhere.
Yeah, we did not get that.
Bummed out about that one.
Sadly.
That would have been a key to the game.
There you go. There you go.
What game was that?
It was Elgin, I think. Maybe.
We were in some random stadium. The running back's name was Keys, and boy, I let Reeves have it.
Yeah, our listeners probably stopped tuning out at a certain point.
Handoff, gaping hole, cuts it outside 10, 5, reaches, and that's going to be a marked out of bounds.
Wow.
At the 2-yard line.
I don't agree with that call. But,
I don't either.
You know, to each their own. Another interesting one for Jeff Levy tomorrow.
How about Mississippi State?
Yeah, he's got that Mississippi State program rolling just a tad. They're 4-0 on the year. Stop sleeping on them. They get Tennessee at home tomorrow.
Ooh.
7.5-point spread. I kind of like the Bulldogs in that one in an upset spot.
I've got to go with Jeff Levy, man. You know the Cowbells will be out in Starkville.
Yeah.
Loud and nasty. They got Brennan Thompson, the OU transfer.
He's played some good ball, hasn't he?
Caught a game-winning touchdown pass for him earlier this
I think
year.
we spoke too soon. Virginia 4th and 3. They'll punt it back to Florida State.
Touchdown, Stillwater. Well, we got a good game going in the booth, at least college right now.
66-0.
Clock runs, 3:40 to go in the game.
Don't think there's going to be enough time for Ike to get on the board here tonight, but, you know, you can try.
Well, maybe on the ensuing kickoff, they stop calling a fair catch and try to
I
run
would
it back.
love to see that.
And somebody breaks it.
That's what they call too little, too late.
Yeah. Questionable stuff, but we got a Stillwater Pioneer down and hurt on the far side as they tend to his ankle. Reeves Michael Hawkins in Oklahoma. I hope there was a big jump from how number 9 throws the football from last year to this year. He's got a better team around him, but they're going to need more without a true rushing attack. Michael Hawkins will face loaded boxes until he proves he can throw it. They need number 10 back, in my opinion.
Yeah, they do, but a good chance for Hawkins this week to get his feet under him, Dave, good chance this week in the bye to get his feet under him, and then, Dave, even an easier matchup than the bye week in Kent State following. So hopefully he can have a good game then, and then if you have to play him against Texas, you know, maybe he's got some positive momentum hanging into that. Dave, you don't have to do a whole lot with this Oklahoma defense. They're that good.
Or the playmakers around you on offense. Kick is up, and it's through. New score 67-0. It's Lott and Ike football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Lawton Community Health Center is a place for babies, kids like me, and even teenagers. Nice people are there to help you when you're hurt or you just don't feel good. And even if you do, they give you medicine so you don't get sick and physicals so you can play sports. I'm happy to know they'll be there when I need them. And my mom is too.
LCHC, your hometown healthcare.
Welcome back to a very spirited booth here at Lawton Ike. Dave Myrick, Reeves Mitchell.
Vibes are high.
Vibes are high, even though our team is down 67-0 because the clock's running. And we got a good game going. Florida State, Virginia is Castellanos going to try to tie it up with the Seminoles.
Castellanos, that's what they call him.
Stillwater, the kicker, will need some ice on the drive back to Stilly as he puts that one. Just bounces out of bounds. Fortunate break
It's
there.
like a great chip shot at the Ryder Cup.
For Lawton Night. Yeah,
Speaking of USA getting their
choking
tails
a
whooped.
bit. Yeah, man. Choking bad.
Yeah, that's what I saw on Twitter, at least. I didn't watch any of it.
The Shambo, not...
You know me, golf doesn't really exist in my mind. But
well, especially during football season. Tough. These weekends, when you got a golf tournament, you check Twitter like twice a day and go back to football. Well, clock's running. We got a minute 20 to go in the game. And, yes, Lawton Ike is up against it if they're going to score any points. So this will be 3 games in a row. They have put a goose egg on the board in high school football. Almost unbelievable. Well, Giles has gone all the way at quarterback. He's got it, throws near side, caught and dropped. They got to hurry up. We'll see if they try to use some timeouts here to go get a field goal.
Yep, under a minute now. Got to have some efficient offense.
Giles throws out of bounds. And we've got some groans from the crowd down below us, asking what was that. Clock runs, 30 seconds to go. Well, again, Reeves and I back on the call next week from Southmore, Oklahoma, as they'll take on the team that's in Southmore.
Yes, they are south of the city more. And that's about all we know, but
handoff.
That's going to be the final play.
I do believe that is going to do it. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Lawton Ike is not going to snap it again. And time has expired. That is the ball game as the Whitecap waves his hands. Final score 67-0. Stillwater rolls into Lawton and rolls Lawton Ike as they put up over half 100 in the first half. Kind of called the dogs off in the second, Reeves. But again, I go back to the bye week and 2 weeks of practice. Not a lot of improvement to point to across the board.
No, not a ton. You got to come out much better against Southmore next week. The good thing is it's a much lesser opponent than Stillwater, but on the same hand, you can't keep making these same mistakes and expect not to get blown out. This is just what's going to happen when you make this many mistakes, like turnovers, like pre-snap penalties, like busted coverage. All of them showed up tonight, and it results in the biggest loss of the season for Lawton Ike, which I didn't think was possible. But here we are.
Well, Amir Giles throws 2 pick sixes, 1 6 yards, 1 96 yards in the same game. And as Reeves said, pre-snap infractions, turnovers, penalties, you name it. We saw it tonight for Lawton Ike. But that's going to do it. Final score, Stillwater 67, Lawton Ike nothing. This is Lawton Eisenhower football in the Oklahoma Sports
See ya.
Network.
Rule number 6, be the truck authority. That's the Billingsley way. At Billingsley, we're proud to offer hundreds of Ford trucks for your selection. And if you know a thing or two about saving money, we bet you know Billingsley.
I'm Grant Billingsley, and that's the Billingsley way.
Tayco Roofing now offers free instant quotes. Just go to TaycoRoofing.com and click free instant quote. Enter your address and click see my price. Roof repair doesn't have to be stressful. Get a free instant quote and trust Tayco.
Thanks for watching this presentation.